Good morning, and thank you for joining us at the Newark High School pool for the Wayne Finger Lakes Championship meet for girls swimming. And I'm here today, I'm Bob Oakes, and I'm here today with Jade Anthony, and we're going to be hopefully giving you some information about today's meet as we go along. We have 5 teams of girls that are very excited to show what they can do after a long season. You know, Jade, it was over 9 weeks ago that these girls started practice, and you think of 50 or more practices and meets. dedicating basically all their free time over the end of the summer and the start of the fall.
Yeah, they haven't had much free time, even swimming.
And so here we are. There's certainly favorites in each of the races and in the team competition, but
good afternoon and welcome to the 2021
we're going to break away and listen to the announcer.
The schools competing are Gananda Wayne, Marcus Whitman, Medley Red Jacket, Newark Lions, and Palmyra Macedon. We ask that you are quiet for the start of each event. Today, Lane 1's time will show up after the completion of the heat. The New York State Public High School Athletic Association requires officials to enforce all sportsmanship rules for athletes and coaches. We will not tolerate negative statements or action between opposing players, especially trash talking, taunting, or baiting of opponents. If such comments are heard or actions seen, a penalty will be assessed immediately. We have been instructed not to issue warnings. Let today's contest reflect mutual respect. Right now, we would like to recognize the seniors of each team. From Gananda Wayne, Kylie Brooks. Lillian Freeman. Catherine Mars. And Julia Sponable. From Marcus Whitman, Leah Aaron, Colleen Martin, Madison Krober, and Alexis Saxton. From Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Elena Harris Maxwell, and Maggie Mahoney. From Newark Lions, our lone senior, Emelina Wilk. From Palmyra Macedon, Michaela Carr. Jenna Collingwood.
No, I already have it. I have it marked.
And Aubrey Matson. At this time, we would ask that everyone please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly
right, looks like we're going to get started here shortly. They're going to be getting ready for the medley relay. The medley relay will be headed up. We'll have 2 heats of the medley relay today. And so, notice, 2.
Thank you.
Their awards. We're going to be.
On behalf of the Finger Lakes officials, we would like to seniors and provide them with good wishes for the future. Today, the Finger Lakes officials would like to honor and recognize a longtime official for his contributions to modify the varsity swimming and diving here in the Finger Lakes. Tom DeYoung, want to bring your chair up a little? Tom DeYoung was an outstanding swimmer at both the high school and collegiate levels. His best performances in the 50, 100, 200 freestyle, and the 50, 100, and wait till you hear this, 200 fly, has earned him recognition as a Hall of Famer in both Akron High School and SUNY Plattsburgh. In 1968, he began his more than 30-year career as a youth modified and high school coach, right here in Newark. It was at this time Tom became involved in officiating here in Finger Lakes as well as in Section 5. And in 2012, Tom was inducted into the Section 5 Diving Hall of Fame for his contribution to swimming and diving. He has served as lead chair, Section 5 Class B, sports coordinator. Tom has dedicated modified sports locally. Correct? That Tom and other members modified that was established that our children enjoy athletics at the modified level. Section 5 Director Kathy Hoyt has asked that we do the following. On behalf of New York State Public High School Athletic Association and Section 5 Athletics, we would like to say thank you to Tom for his many years of service to the diving. Tom has served on the New York State Public Sports Committee for served as an official for decades. Tom's dedication to student athletes has not gone unnoticed. His passion for the sport of swimming and diving is admirable. We all appreciate the time, the attention he gave to education-based athletics. We will miss his professionalism, his friendly attitude, and his ever-present smile. Thank you and best of luck, Kathy Hoyt, Director of Section 5. With this, I would like to introduce Jason Stock, who would like to say a few words on behalf of himself as well as the Finger Lakes officials.
Thank you, Karen. Hi, my name is Jason Stock. I've been a swim official for the last 22 years, so I've known Tom for many of those years. I was also a student of his back in 6th grade for my very first science class. And in large part due to Tom's influence, I've been a teacher at Waterloo Middle School for the last 30 years, teaching middle school science. So it's a privilege and an honor for me as an official and as somebody who's known Tom for a long time to present him this plaque. So thank you.
So you're getting the picture of that?
Karen, Mr. Young has a few words.
Okay, sure.
Can you
I don't know if it'll reach all the way down.
Go up and over?
Nope.
Oh, don't go any further. It's on.
They first came out with Speedo suits in the 60s. I was going to wear it today, but my wife wouldn't. Thank you for honoring me today. I got a question for you. How many people sitting, raise your hand if you know who Mark Spitz was. Yeah. Okay. I applaud you for being out for one of the most grueling sports that you could possibly go out for. And I don't have to tell the swimmers that. I got to tell the parents that. Although I will miss my state chair and my Section 5 chair, I miss officiating and working with young people the most. Swimming has truly been life-saving for me. It helped me to recover from a serious traumatic brain injury in 1992. And it's helping me recover from botched spinal surgery in 2020. Doctors confirmed that swimming is the best sport to heal from this stuff. I do every morning. Every morning, 5:45, I'm in the water here. So, I've got a couple of other swimmers. The only claim to fame has been beaten by Mark Spitz in the Olympic trials in the 60s. Of course, he beat us all, and he was only on high school. He went on to win more gold in details until Michael Phelps came along. He beat him. Good luck today in your swimming, and may you all swim your best times you've had all year.
I just want to add, as his wife, I've spent 60 years in locker rooms and pools, and I knew it when I married him. So it's been wonderful, and we surely will miss it. It's been our life.
I'll do it. I need it back in just a second.
Okay. That's a nice.
And Tom's been around for quite some time. I remember when I first was coaching, he was quite the guy to go to for questions, and definitely somebody to go to if you had a question or needed clarification. And he was very approachable by coaches and athletes as well. It was always really nice to talk to him.
Award this morning that we would like to give out. The Finger Lakes Association of Swim Officials is proud to present the Sportsmanship Award for this season. This award was started from a request from our Finger Lakes coaches. The coaches nominate worthy candidates who are then reviewed and a selection made by the officials. We ask coaches to submit candidates who are supportive teammates and respectful competitors with a strong will to win while embracing fairness and mutual respect. This year's recipient has been nominated by their coach with the following description. I feel as though she is a great candidate because whether it be practice or a meet, she is always cheering people on. You will never see her sitting on the bench. Even if she has had a bad race, she puts her team before herself. This is why she is a captain as a junior, because she is a leader and a role model to all swimmers. I often notice she is wishing opposing team swimmers good luck before a race or good swim after presence. There is no doubt that it embodies sportsmanship definitions. This year's
throw too.
These meets, but in the role of having these meets go smoothly. And we're going to jump right into these races. As you mentioned, 2 heats to the 200 medley relay.
And with this event, each swimmer does a different stroke and in a particular order. So we'll have first our backstrokers get in the water and back. Then we'll have breaststroke, fly, freestyle. We'll come bring it in at the end.
We got Pelmack in lane 2, Marcus Whitman in lane 3, mid-leg straight jacket in lane 4, and Gananda Wayne in lane 5. And you'll be looking at those for the day. Lane 1 will be closest to the camera, and lane 6 the furthest away. So again, these are 2 heats, and only one of the teams, I believe, count in the point scoring for each of the schools. So
yep, only one. These are our B and C. Yep.
Relays.
B and C relays do not count for the score. It just gives the kids the opportunity to swim. Also gives the coaches a chance to see where these are going to fall. Hopefully, it will give them an idea for sectionals.
And lane 5, away. Just a reminder, please be quiet for the start of the races.
Backstrokers have got their start, they're in the water, and we'll see where we fly here. Backstrokers have to go down to a turn at the other end. That is legal and correct. And push off on their back, and there they go. It looks like Mid-Lakes is bringing it out. And their next swimmer is up and ready. That's good. And there goes Whitman. And here comes Pelmack. Good. And Gananda Wayne will be off in just a second. And they're off to the breaststroke right now. Again, they have to do a 2-hand touch at the end of the pool. And the officials are down there watching for the touch, as they will in the individual events. We're going to bring it back. And when they touch, the next one will be able to go. Mid-Lake still looks like a lead. Looks like leaning. Nice. Hey, Mid-Lake hits the water. And Marcus Whitman's flyer is headed on in as well. Matt touches, and their flyer's up. And Gananda Wayne touches, and their flyer enters the water. Again, this is a 2-hand touch for the turn. And the officials are watching for that, making sure it's done correctly, and make sure the stroke is correct. If there is any sort of a flutter kick in any of the butterfly strokes, it's done. It's a DQ. You'll see the official's hand will go up, and it's a disqualification for the entire team, not just for that swimmer. There will be a disqualification for the relay. We have our freestylers in. Again, Mid-Lakes has got it. They're ahead. Marcus Whitman had a little goggle trouble, and then she's going. There goes Pelmack in the second heat, or the first heat actually.
and then Gananda Wayne. And it looks like Mid Lakes will take first, followed by Marcus Whitman. And it looks like it's getting a little close between Gananda Wayne and Palmac. It's hard to see from the angle that, but Gananda Wayne. All right. Yes, it looks like Gananda Wayne, that one. The non-scoring heat, because there, remember, one heat or one relay per team will score now. Come down on the other end.
With a time of 2:32:14 is Mid Lakes Red Jackets.
All right, they're swimming down right now, and then we're getting ready for the next heat. This is Lane 2, going to have Marcus Whitman with, second. For sectionals, we've got Palmac last year. Lane 4, Mid Lakes Red Jacket. Lane 5 is Palmac again, and a B relay. And lane 6 is Newark.
Marcus Whitman. Lane 3, Palmac. Lane 4, Mid Lakes Red Jackets. Lane 5, Palmac. Lane 6, Newark.
And as I said, last year we had Palmac with the win here.
We'll also be looking to see how these teams might improve on their best times this year.
And sometimes, though, these times, Bob, that they're in here, that might not be exactly those swimmers.
Sure.
So we need to keep that in mind. That time might not be that combination of these swimmers at this point. So we've got our backstrokers headed out. Unfortunately, we don't have the names for the schools. Looks like Palmac's off the ball first with a nice little turn. However, there's a little challenge over there, lane 6 by Newark. They're getting a little close. All right, and there we go. Breaststrokers are in. Palmac, breaststrokers, take it out. Looks like they're catching her. She's holding her own pretty good. So it's looking a little tight there, guys. Nice turns. Girls are down there cheering on their teammates.
We have a nice competitive race going at this point.
That's for sure. Mid Lakes Red Jacket is pushing ahead of Palmac, last year's champion in this event. Nice. Now I can tell you right now, we have Elizabeth Scherer in Palmac. Elizabeth Scherer won the 100 butterfly at sectionals last year, and I believe she won this year. Getting quite the race here. Lakes is holding on. And there goes Elizabeth. It's coming down to the 5th of freestyle for both teams. Palmac and Mid Lakes Red Jacket. See here, who's coming off the wall? Who's official? Looks like Palmac's off first, but you never know. I've seen some crazy stuff over the years. And Palmac with a win, 206.54. 206.54. That's a little off, quite a bit off actually of their time from last time. But again, like I said, this combination is definitely not one that they probably swam before. Here they go. They want to go in and warm down. And I'm not sure when they're doing their awards.
Coming in first with a time of 206.54, Palmac.
Alrighty. And as that's happening, the kids are swimming down. We're going to talk about what's next, the 200 yards freestyle. Now, Bob, I kind of remember back in the day, your son swam this when I was his coach. And you've watched this race many times.
It's kind of that race that you have to go hard out in and then kick. So there's the 200 is really one of the toughest ones because you're kind of sprinting, but it's a long enough race where you can't sprint the whole time.
That's right.
So it takes a lot of fortitude, takes a lot of dedication. But these
Just a
kids,
reminder to all the swimmers that as the week goes on and you're cheering, please wear your mask.
I know in high school the kids seem to think that the 200-yard freestyle is a distance event, but it's actually a drop-dead sprint. So here we go for this first of two heats. We're going to have in lane 1, senior Jenna Collingwood for Palmac. In lane 2, freshman for
Our
Palmac.
next event is the
Gab
200-yard
Alacase,
freestyle.
senior from, actually from Granada Wayne. She's actually from Wayne. Julia Sponable, who she placed 9th last year. And we have lane 4, we're going to have Colleen Martin from Marcus Whitman. And in lane 5, we're going to have Haley Clark from Marcus Whitman. Now remember, we need to keep in mind that I believe we are scoring 12 or 16 places, 12 places this year?
Yes.
Okay, because we are using an 8 to 6 lane pool. Sometimes they adjust it, but definitely that's the score. So only the top 12 will score. And in this situation, there's only 11 swimmers, so they will all score points for their teams.
so very honestly, this is one of the things that I like. You get a race for, even if it's in the second heat or the initial heat, which is the slower heat. This position makes a difference, and a girl who has her best swim of the year or whatever can help her team possibly move up as well. And so,
without a doubt,
everyone who's swimming in the 200 today is going to have an impact, and that's great, I think. And speaking of it, we have a little bit of a break here.
Can one person from every relay be ready to come up except the winning team?
Before today's meet,
Marcus Whitman.
Let's listen to this.
With a time of 2:13.91. Oh wait.
And there was a disqualification in that. I understand, Bob. Lane 4, that last heat from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. I'm not sure why.
2:18.34.
But they were, unfortunately.
Oh.
That's a bummer. Because that was
They
close.
had a great swim, too.
With a time of 2:16.63, Phoebe, Kylie, Sydney, and Cadence. In second place, with a time of 2:14.91, from Newark, Melanie, Bria, Emelina, and Lauren. And coming in first place with a time of 2:06.54 from Paul Mack, Tessa Bay, Charlotte Sampson, Elizabeth Scher, and Angelina Trapp.
I was just talking about earlier this morning, before the other competition, actually there was competition for diving. And Jay, maybe if you could just give our listeners some input on what happened during diving today.
Well, unfortunately, we only have 2 divers. And I'm noticing, and as a former swimming and diving coach, and I spend a lot of time coaching diving during the boys' season, we really have low numbers as far as divers go. Part of it's because they do let them dive, but we had 2 divers, one from Palmyra Matson, it was Katie Shute, she took second, and then from Granada Wayne, we had Kylie Brooks was the winner. She is the league champion again. She was the league champion last year and this year. No records, unfortunately, were broken. However, we still have sectionals to go for. And that's what we're looking at. It's going to be shooting for sectionals.
As I remember, the scoring was 297 to 270. So
yes, it was close.
It was close, and congratulations to both those girls. For Kylie, this will be her last time. She's a senior and will be moving on to other things. I don't know if she's thinking about diving at another level, but that would be some of our girls who
Our next
decide
event
to
is the
go on to
200-yard
college.
freestyle. There are 2 heats.
All right, so they're going to announce.
In lane 1 from Paul Mack, Jenna. Lane 2 from Paul Mack, Gabriella. Lane 3 from Granada Wayne, Julia. And lane 4 from Marcus Whitman, Colleen. And lane 5 from Marcus Whitman, Haley.
will be 8 lengths to the pool, 25 yards each length. So
all of these girls will be scoring too, which is good. It's great for their team. It's great for them as well.
Keep one. 200 yards freestyle. Hit mark.
All right, and they're water right now, Bob. So here goes every lap. And I will give a little background. Julius, like I said, Sponable from Gananda Wayne. She placed 9th last year, and she is a Wayne Central School District. Combined goes to Wayne. Her school is in Medley. Hopefully, maybe someday.
She is right
Now in lane 3, and she is leading the way. Her time was 2:43.33, so we'll see if she's going to.
certainly I think it's a great idea that these schools have teamed up. Lions, Newark, for instance, Red Jacket, and Medley. This gives girls in those schools an opportunity to compete, even though their school doesn't have a swim team. And we've had some girls shut out over the years of being able to do that. So more and more we're seeing schools team up, Gananda Wayne, as you mentioned, and others.
That's definitely a bonus for that. The only thing that is kind of a hard thing that school districts have to make think about is when they add other kids to their, add another school and the numbers. They have to add both of those numbers together as far as their entire school population. For both schools, and that affects what classification they end up in at sectionals. So maybe Gananda, for example, I'm just using that as an example because they are a small school. If it was just Gananda, it would push their classification down to Class B, where they would be competing against smaller schools and like size and numbers as far as the population. But they've added Wayne, so it does bump them up to Class B. And Newark Lions too.
And also for sectionals, that means the cut times are different for each of the classes. Section or Class C, it's a bit easier to get into.
It's a C and it's 2:45 and it's about 4 Class B. I think it's difference.
5 seconds difference right now.
And it looks like none of these girls are in their respective classes.
Oh, here we go. We've got
quite a race
coming on here.
Sponable, she's still fighting for her spot. Finishing last year. Oh, she went 2:44. Last year she was 9th.
Holly Martin did a great job of coming down.
Yes. And we'll see what happens with this and see if they're going to move up a little bit. Because some of these girls may move up in positioning. That's it. All right. So we did have a few best times here. Some are pretty consistent, but we're looking good. All right, so the next heat.
Next is heat 2 of the 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1 from Gananda Wayne, Natalie. Lane 2 from Newark, Rita. Lane 3 from Paul Mack, Angelina. Lane 4 from Paul Mack, Tessa. Lane 5 from Marcus Whitman, Madison. Lane 6 from Medley, Red Jacket, Grace.
All right, we're getting. And in this heat, we have Track from Helmer in this event. She is going to be looking to maintain her championship. A little bit of a flinch there, but they all held, which is good. All right, here we go. Now we've got from Gananda, actually a Gananda student. She also swims off season with G-Rats, so that kind of helps her out a little bit. Rita Romano is a Lions student. And she during the summer, when their pool was open over here at Newark, she swam with us at Pelmac. And got some good training in last year and this year with us. And Angelina Trapp is also another swimmer that swims off season. Tessa Bay swims off season. And last year, lane 5. We got to keep an eye on that senior. She was 5th place, Madison or Marcus Whitman. So she's looking to take over and move up a little bit. So they're off-season swimmers. This is what helps them improve their craft. Now I will say that as a Pelmac person, I got a little inside here, but Tessa Bay last year was not able to swim in the league invitational due to procedures with COVID, and so she did not have that opportunity to swim. And her and Angelina both do a lot of training better. And Angelina also was one of our swimmers that swam the lake this summer. North end. Holding power.
This is staying within that body length from Angelina is heading into the...
Yep, and Tessa's trailing right there, but getting a good fight. We've got some good fights going on for the other places as well. So we've got Natalie and Rita, they're working on their positions too. They're close, they're not the net. Trying to see who's gonna end up there. And we also have Madison as well. She's pushing. Got a lot of swimmers pushing their way through. And first place, Angelina Trapp. Angelina Trapp with a 2:08.16. Second, 10:75. Lane 4, Tessa Bay from Elmira Macedon. Third place, we're going to have lane 2, Rita Freshman, that swims for Newark Lions with a 2:15.90. Again, she's a Lions student that swims for Newark.
And Rita knocked a good 2.5 to 3 seconds off her best time.
Yes, she
kudos
did.
to her.
Kudos to all these girls. Now, some of these kids, I will say that they may not be swimming their best times right now. They are waiting it out right now to get to sectionals, because when they get to sectionals, that's when they want to have their taper. That's when they want to really pop. So we're going to wait for confirmation from the officials as to the order of finishes. But again, these girls get ready for sectional. Some of them, they know they don't need to shave, they don't need to taper out, rest themselves until sectionals. So they're hanging in there. That's why you'll see some of these swimmers
People getting their best times and others not.
Right, it's not because they're not, just haven't been training, haven't been working. It's because the way that their season is running right now. Some of these girls are just trying to get in. And let's see here. Anybody that moved up? I'm looking to see. Now that time on the board, if you guys can see that, for Natalie has not got lane 1. Can't be correct.
Correct. Yeah.
I know that's not correct because I've been watching Natalie swim for quite a while actually with club swimming, and that's not. That's not it.
Yards Freestyle.
So here we go with awards.
And 11th place for Palmyra Macedon with a time of 3:08.58, Jenna Collingwood. 10th place with a time of 2:57.54 from Marcus Whitman, Haley Clark. And 9th place with a time of 2:51.98 from Palmyra Macedon, Gabriella Case. In 8th place with a time of 2:45.69 from Marcus Whitman, Colleen Martin. In 7th place with a time of 2:44.39 from Gananda Wade, Julia Spanable.
Top up, good job, Julia.
In 6th place with a time of 2:34.30 from Medley Red Jacket, Gracie Brucker. fifth place with a time of 2:21.76 from Marcus Whitman, Madison Prober. In fourth place with a time of 2:16.96 from Fernando Wayne, I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong, Natalie Schwab. In third place with a time of 2:15.90 from Newark, Rita Romano. In second place with a time of 2:10.75 from Palmyra Macedon, Tessonai. And your champion of the 200-yard freestyle with a time of 2:08.16 from Palmyra Macedon, Angelina Trapp.
That's Angelina's second in that event.
First as well.
Unfortunately, last year, she was not eligible to swim at sectionals, unfortunately.
COVID procedures.
She was quarantined and not able to. She worked so hard. And it was unfortunate for a lot of these older girls because in March of 2020, they were literally getting ready to go to their gold meet for swim clubs, all their swim clubs. It was a big meet they made. And then that weekend they were told, done, can't go. And then they got back into it for high school. And then some of these girls quarantined again. And that's really sad. They were not able to submit
I know that
sectionals.
was a disappointing end to the year for some of the girls, so hopefully this year things work out in a different way. And, we've done well during the year, and let's hope
They can do it.
end it up.
All right, so we're getting ready for the 200-yard individual medley. We've got 2 heats of this.
Our next event is the 200-yard individual medley. In lane 1 for Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Kristen Brooks. Lane 2 for Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Olivia. Lane 3 from Hallmark, Anna. Lane 4 for Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Vicky. And lane 6 from Newark, Melanie.
Looks like they have scratched Phoebe. And from Phoebe Cole from Palmyra Madison. So she'll not be swimming. Luckily, Phoebe has already got a sectional time. All right, here we go, Bob. Individual medley. This is a grueling one. I think sometimes the kids hate this more than the 500 because they have to do all 4 strokes. In the 200, which is the high school equivalent of it, modified, they do all 100 IM. And in college or club meets, they also do a 400 IM as well as the Olympic event. There they go. They're going to start out with a 50 of fly. They're going to start out with a 50 fly. Then they have to do the appropriate transition to backstroke. And here we go. We've got 2 swimmers up, ready to go. We've got from Mid-Lakes. Mid-Lakes, Nikki and Anna Freeby from Palmyra. They're like duking it out over there. Anna also was a club swimmer. She took a year off of club swimming. And here they go. They come off the wall again.
She's a freshman who will be at sectionals for this event.
Without a doubt. She's already qualified, I believe. If she hasn't got a bunch of other ones. So the girls are going to come in, and they're going to do a legal transition from back to breast. Back to breast. They go. And any hands yet? Nope. We're good. And here they go. I can speak from how Anna was a really strong breaststroker for us in the club team. When she was in the club. Athlete and a fighter when it comes to racing. We have a hand up. It looks like lane 1. Lane 1 has a disqualification for the transition. And here we go. The girls are coming off the wall. Oh, it's neck and neck, it looks. It's close. Here they go. So many people think this is an easy stroke. This is not.
What a great race through two legs for this.
Yep. And when they do their legal transition here, they're going to sprint freestyle, and they are going to top dead sprint. And it looks like Creeby's coming up. He's got a little bit. And then it looks like second place, Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. And in third place, another Mid-Lakes Red Jacket swimmer. like are in lane 2.
They're hitting the
Third
ball
place.
right at the same
Oh
time.
no,
They're right
Bob.
together.
This is gonna be tough. This is a up one. We gotta see. Oh man, I hope they see each other. Oh, this is what swimming is all about, ladies and gentlemen. These close races that are fingernail. So we've got Nikki from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket and place in a 2:49.22. And third place was Olivia. Olivia last year placed 9th in this event. And the officials are getting together and have a conversation about a disqualification.
We had just 42 hundredths of a second. The difference between first and second in that heat, and we love the competition when kids are pushing the whole time.
Yeah. All right.
So next up in our next
This is going to be a good race.
Lane 1 for Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Maggie. Lane 2 for Marcus Whitman, Zoe. Lane 3 for Paul Mack, Charlotte. Lane 4 for Paul Mack, Jillian. Lane 5 for Gennaro Lane, Sydney. And lane 6 for Marcus Whitman, Riley.
Now last year, Charlotte Sanford was the winner in this event. She took first. And the sectional, Zoe Z was the winner. All right, there we go. Got Lakes Red Jacket, Maggie Mahoney, who last year was lane 2. I mean, we took second last year, and ended up as just me, Anthony from Lane 4. She took Sydney Richards from Virginia, who really wanted to be 5th last year. And in lane 6, we have Riley Marcus Whitman, who is a junior. And they're off again right now.
Real close group through that first leg of the butterfly.
This is going to be tight. This is really going to be close because I've watched these kids swim this year. And I'm just, oh.
That's my own, but
There we go. So we got Charlotte Sanson, looks like she is in the lead. And Marcus Whitman did it.
Going to the breaststroke, and sometimes the breaststroke kind of separates kids.
It does. Because, and some kids just can't that they can get that
first 100
going, and that's what's going to be their saving grace. And I speak for Charlotte, she's a strong breaststroke.
It's going to be a close race here, actually.
This is getting Charlotte
All the way a little.
And Zoe in the because she was a little shocked that she just beat the sectional champion, the little girl that she is. Charlotte's just taking it away. That's it. You know, it's hard right now because I want to scream and yell, but I can't. I made these people before people go deaf.
Doing a great job on the 53. She's come back, and Charlotte in the field for sure.
Yep, first and second. And let's see what's third going to be, folks. First Charlotte, second Jillian. Third, nice job, is lane 2 with Zoe Dean. And it looks like 4th place is lane 5 is Sydney. And let's see here. 5th looks like Riley, and 6th looks like Maggie. So here we go. We're gonna get the girls are gonna swim. get the official results because of DQs. I didn't see any other hands. Oh boy, the officials are having a conversation. I hope there was no DQ in that heat.
We'll wait for the official results, but we ended up both with Jillian Anthony and Sydney Richards. Jillian getting second and Sydney getting fourth. Both of them swam their best times of the year, and so.
And I gotta say, those two girls, both of them are off-season swimmers.
Yeah, both of them freshmen, so you see the freshmen growing up before us.
It's true.
As they compete against the rest of the
big kids.
That's right.
The big kids. It's definitely nice to see. But again, it's that off-season swimming. Charlotte also swims off-season for Victor, and it's pretty cool. They're getting ready. Might have been a DQ.
Yeah, stroke means nothing. Had we come up before the 15-minute mark. You're still submerged.
About the exact distance for these swimmers in the 200 individual medley before we set up for 4 or 5 heats of the 50 freestyle. And now, again, some of these girls, each school can only have 4 swimmers per event that will score. I believe we're only going with 4. They cannot, if let's say you went faster than somebody, you might not end up scoring. That's the way this works. Still waiting on results. What they're doing right now is I believe they are printing out the labels for the ribbons that they will be presenting with the athletes when they go up for their awards.
On our program today, we have actually the times for each event, and so we're clicking along right about there or even a little bit ahead of it. So if people are wondering, is this the pace that was expected for the event? Actually, we're doing great.
Yes.
So, and as you said, the 50 freestyle, we're going to end up with 5 heats of that.
It's going to go fast.
But they are just up and back, and so these girls, it'll be fun to watch. And Jade, we have a whole number of kids that'll be swimming in the 4th heat of this, who may not have made sectional times yet.
Not yet.
But if they can just go, get their personal record for the year, improve their times, we have a number of kids.
Yep, and if you're paying attention to who's qualifying and who's not.
And that for Class C, the qualifying time is a 31 for Class C, and that schools Marcus Whitman, Mid-Lake Red Jacket, and Palmyra Macedon, and for Class B, which is going to be Newark, Lyons, and Gananda Wayne, it is a 29.5. Okay, so those are the times that we're going to be watching for when we swim the 50 for these girls. All right, not the printers moving right along here so that we can get the meat moving for these kids, get them going.
It's a rainy Saturday throughout the Finger Lakes, and not a bad day to be inside for the championship meet of Wayne Finger Lakes League.
That's true. And we'll have to see if we can get a score here soon, Bob, and see where everybody is. Last year, as far as the places went, Palmyra Macedon won it. They took first. Mid-Lakes Red Jacket took second. And Marcus Whitman was third. Gananda Wayne is fourth. Lyons was C.
And as we went through this year's season, Palmyra Macedon in the dual meet competition between each other, Palmyra Macedon ended up in first. Mid-Lakes Red Jackets second, Cananda Wayne third, Marcus Whitman fourth, and Newark Lions fifth. And so we already have had a lead up to this by each of these teams swimming against each other, and then of course they have a non-league schedule too. Overall a good year, still affected by pandemic issues, and the girls have been restricted in some ways. Some restrictions in fans attending. Of course we have masks today and everyone on the deck who isn't swimming does. But we'll see how that
it plays out.
Team scoring goes.
I've seen years too about where they. Oh, let's go on with this.
0708, Melanie from Newark. And 8th place for the time of 2:55.74 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Olivia.
And Olivia moved up a spot from last year.
7th place for the time of 2:49.22 from Paul Mack, Anna. And 6th place for the time of 2:48.80 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Nikki. In 5th place for the time of 2:45.43 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Maggie. In 4th place for the time of 2:34.71 from Ganana Wayne, Sydney.
Sydney moved up a spot from last year. Good job, Sydney.
In 3rd place for the time of 2:33.37 from Marcus Whitman, Zoe. In 2nd place for the time of 2:30.12 from Paul Mack, Jillian. And your league champion of the 200-yard IM with a time of 2:28.14 from Paul Mack, Charlotte Sampson.
This is Charlotte's second year, Bob, of taking the champion, being the champion in the 200 IM.
Charlotte's a junior who has 1 more year of eligibility to come back and compete again next year.
Charlotte does swim off season. She swims for Victor Swim Club, where she has obviously been receiving quite a bit of training to keep maintaining her power as the reigning champion for the 200 IM. Congratulations to all these girls. I do want to just note that Olivia from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, she moved up a spot from last year, which is pretty awesome to see. And so did Sydney from Gananda. She also swims for GRAD.
And lane 1 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Amanda. Lane 2 from Marcus Whitman, Leah. Lane 3 from Gananda Wayne, Ellie. Lane 4 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Hannah. Lane 5 from Gananda Wayne, Ashley. And lane 6 from Newark, Alicia.
All right, I will have a little note here. Some of the coaches were able to give me some information regarding their swimmers so we could have some conversation up here. Ashley Abbott in lane 5, she is a new to the sport athlete. She is swimming for Wayne. So she is a new swimmer.
Team 1, 50 Yards Freestyle. Take mark.
And they're off. She actually has never, ever swam competitively before. This is pretty awesome to watch. Pretty exciting for these kids to get in. And it's nice when it's Olympic year, they're able to, we tend to add more swimmers. And I know with club swimming, with USA Swimming, we do add more swimmers. All right, so here we go, coming in. Who we have got here, Bob? We've got a little bit of a race going.
Whether it's the first heat or the 50, it's exciting when you've got girls competing strongly against each other.
That's right, they're just shooting for that best time. So lane 3 was Ellie. She took first. Looks like she had herself a best time. That's all we were looking for.
All right.
It's so exciting. I love that. That just really is exciting. See these kids get best times. All right, so here come our second heat. And we've got lane 1, we've got Judith, who is a former grad swimmer. She swims to Wayne.
Lane 1 from Gananda Wayne, Judith. Lane 2 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Diana. Lane 3 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Ariana. Lane 4 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Jackie. Lane 5 from Gananda Wayne, Catherine. Lane 6 from Paul Mack, Chelsea.
All right, and Chelsea also has swam for Calmax Swim Club in the past. Let's see, our girls are getting ready. I don't know about some of the mid-legs red jacket girls. Unfortunately, I was not able to get that information. But let's hope for these girls to get some fast times. And I want to note that in lane 5, we have Catherine, who does go to for Gananda Wayne. She does attend Gananda. As I said before, Judith attends Wayne. So here we go.
Interesting in this 50 in that last heat, 4 of the 6 girls got their best times for the year. And I think we're going to see a number of those here in the 50 as they're competing.
I love that. That, you know, to me, that's what's so great about our sport. Yes, is that these kids, they don't have to take first place. They can just get a best time. You know what? That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
So we've got first there. Let's see, Jackie.
Ariana, I apologize, Ariana.
And she looks like she got best time as well.
53 of the 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1 for Medley's red jacket, Oriana. Lane 2 from Marcus Whitman, Hannah. Lane 3 from Gananda Wade, Lillian. Lane 4 from Colmac, Claire. Lane 5 for Newark, Janae. Lane 6 from Gananda Wade, Georgia.
I kind of got these guys. Prior to COVID, it's Georgia. She swam with G-Rats, and this is her first year on Varsity. She did not last year.
Wow.
So she attends Wayne Sun. She attends Wayne, and
And quickly, heat 3.
Let's see if we're going to allow her to step up and swim. She unfortunately not a good day. Other than what she's got to keep in mind what she's doing, and it's her race. All right, looks like everything's good to go. And the phone's off, we official. That's good. Nothing worse than having that happen and not be able to swim.
A good start. Oh, I hate that when, fortunately, they called them to go back up and she didn't go in the water until after that.
It's all right. You know what? She's there. She's able to swim, and that's awesome. My participation. Yeah, great. Lane 6 is sneaking in there.
Nice. Competitive race.
Yeah, from Gananda Wayne, Gananda swimmer. 39. That is a great time. Lillian, nice job, Lillian. That looks like the best time there, Bob.
Yeah, and we have a sectional qualifier. Lillian Freeman from Gananda Wayne, a senior.
Well, is she what classification
Oh,
is she?
you're right. You're right.
I got you, Bob. But it's awesome. It doesn't matter. It's the best time.
Lane 5 from Gananda Wade, Stephen. Lane 6 from Colmac, Catherine.
All right, these girls are all on the cusp. They are ready to go. And we have, last year Bria was swam this, and she in lane 1, she was 14th last year, and she is a Lions student. She swam with Calmac a little bit. She is ready to go. These girls are so close.
It's interesting though that faster than several of the people in lane 4 are swimming. Let's see what they do. Wow, look at that string across everybody in the similar.
Oh my
All
goodness,
right.
Emily Taylor, poor girl. I hate to say poor girl because she just won her heat.
29:51, Bob.
And
What's the qualifying time, Bob?
oh no.
29:50.
Oh,
Poor thing. I am just heartbroken. Oh my goodness. That's where she's gonna. Oh, you know what? She's gonna have her lead off the 200 free relay. If she leads off the 200 free relay,
she might be able to do it.
Oh, I hope so for her.
Lane 3 for Paul Mac, Amber. Lane 4 for Paul Mac, Danielle. Lane 5 for Midley's Red Jacket, Elena. And then lane 6 for Equipment, Kennedy.
All right, so in lane 2 we have Autumn Collins from Paul Mac. She plays 4th, and in lane 1, Heavenly, she was 5th, and she's from.
Final heat to the Yards Freestyle. It is marked.
All right, here we go. This is going to be a tough one. Those 3 Paul Mac swimmers right there. Let's see what's going to happen. Last year, Amber didn't. Last year at lead. Looks like Danny from Paul Mac. Oh, I got to get that girl. Man, lane 4. Danny from Palmyra, Masson. And I got a little story on Danny. Danny was a dancer. Danny danced her entire life. And freshman year said, oh, Coach Oaks, why don't I swim for you? And everyone says, okay. And look at this girl. She is now the lead champion.
27:36, and that's a personal record for her. So
And Danny,
congratulations.
I gotta tell you, she's swam with Paul Mac Swim Club the past couple years. And this past year, she has really put in a lot of work. I know that she's did lake swim with our swim club, and she the work. Look at what she did. A lot of work and got a return on her work, and I think that'll show these. It's something for these kids. Definitely that deposit, that work in. Look at what you're gonna get. Oh, like, let's see.
Second place.
Two hitting first or one? You know.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Do we see the official results?
4, 3, 2.
So even though the record may say one thing,
They do have to go by
the officials, if they notice they touched first, and I think that's what's going on right now. The officials noticed there was who touched first, by that. So if you look at lanes 1 and 2 are pretty close. Pretty close.
Well, we've got a little bit of break. I think I do have one right here. See if I can. Back in Cecilia Perry, who won that Heat 4. Cecilia's qualifying time up until then was 31.10.
For the 50-yard freestyle, and then probably a 15-minute break.
And she ended up with a 30.59. So she does qualify. So freshman from Medley Red Jacket, congratulations to Cecilia Perry.
Last year, Medley had some printers. I remember sitting here, you and I doing this, and I was like, just floored. But they know that
they graduate with their big dogs.
There's some other girls that are making their way up, and that's awesome.
So 27:36, the winning time for Danielle Mcdonald in the 50. How is that going to set her up when she goes to the sectionals? Do you have a sense of where she'll rate in that group?
looking at my, predicting myself, I think it's going to help her out quite a bit. There's some girls that are just
in the other classes
that are just that good. I mean, you might have a 26, but she's been aggressively dropping time. So, I mean, she right now is, who knows? Who knows? This is a girl that just, last year she couldn't swim at sectionals because of COVID procedures. She started swimming as a freshman, and look at her. I mean, she's 50 freestyle. Girls just put the work in.
Quite impressive.
22 for Mcdonald Caden. In 11th place with a time of 30:98. Lillian from Mcdonald. In 10th place with a time of 30:95 from Newark, Rhea. In 9th place with a time of 30:91 from Marcus Whitman, Kennedy. In 8th place with a time of 30:82 from Mcdonald, Katie. In 7th place with a time of 30:59 from Medley's Red Jacket, Cecilia. In 6th place with a time of 29:62 from Medley's Red Jacket, Alina. In 5th place with a time of 29:51 from Newark, Emily. In 4th place with a time of 29:36 from Medley's Red Jacket, Heavenly. In 3rd place with a time of 29:35 from Paulette, Autumn.
Last year, Autumn was 4th, so she's moved up a spot.
In 5th place with a time of 28:20 from Paulette, Amber. And your league champion of 50-yard freestyle with a time of 27:36 from Paulette, Danielle McDonald.
That's Danny McDonald. Wow, that's got a
Well,
great
we
story.
ended up with, on the podium with 3 Pelmac girls, and it's interesting because over the years, more recently, we've had Pelmac not with sprinters,
No.
and so to have 1, 2, 3, that's a big change from the past.
It is. And I think, too, it could be possibly the coaching. They have new assistant coach this year, unfortunately. Becky is, Becky Discola, the assistant coach for many years, and she balanced the coaching staff incredibly. She was not able to come back. So we had like Jeff Anthony, who was the former coach at Marcus Whitman for many years, and he stepped in. And I know himself, he was a sprinter at Victor many years ago, and there's still a few full records that have his name up there, as well as there are some other. He also swam in college, so.
Do you want to take a break, or do you want to go right through the?
So we're gonna
take a little break right now, and we will be back shortly.
We will.
awards right now.
All right, we're going to be coming back here just a moment. We are going to do diving awards next. Diving awards will be starting. Now, I have the scores at this time. Okay, up right now in last place. Oh, this is going to place Newark with 55 points. And in fourth place, Marcus Whitman with 56. So there's a 1 point. Oh man, this is good. Then in third place we have Medley's Red Jacket with 60 points. Gananda Wayne in second place with 61 points. So there's 1 point separating these guys. And then Calmac with 144. And we're gonna get ready for the diving awards.
Well, Jay, that ends up, we knew Comac was undefeated in the group meet,
right,
and certainly came into this the favorite, but it shows there is competition and competitiveness within the league, and it's going to be interesting to see how the scores come out as we go along.
It's going to be good to see who's going to go for second and third. It's interesting. So we've got coming up, our next event is going to be the 100 butterfly. Next, we're going to have 2 weeks. Just 2. This is a very grueling event. Yeah. It is 4 lengths.
Our next event will be the 100
butterfly.
There will be 2 teams in this event. In lane 1 from Medley's Red Jacket, Amelia. Lane 2 from Marcus Whitman, Kelly. Lane 3 from Paul Mack, Gabriella. Lane 4 from Medley's Red Jacket, Ariana. And lane 5 from Paul Mack, Aubrey.
So, and again, all these girls will be scoring, getting points for their teams.
And last year, Aubrey Matson in lane 5, she placed 4th in this event. We're hoping for her to move up. The officials are taking a close look at their stroke to make sure that there's no flutter kick. There is nothing extra going up. And make sure their technique is sound. Make sure they're able to touch the wall with 2 hands and they are in an even plane. So here we go right now. They are halfway through. We coming in, going to hopefully touch that wall first. It's going to look like. Nope, lane 4. Lane 4, Medley's Red Jacket. Ariana. But it looks like Ella Case, or Ella, is from Calmac, is really giving her a little bit of a challenge right now for that spot.
Ariana's trying to get that cut time for sectionals as well. So you saw her sort of real strong first 50.
Yes.
We'll see if she can pull it out.
So Ariana is in Class C. So
right?
she is looking for that 128.
128.
Ella.
She's going to do it.
Get Ella.
Come on.
Ella's a freshman from Calmac.
Oh, she's going to be right at it.
127.04 for Ella.
Oh, she didn't quite make it.
Ariana. That's so close. All right. Is it Ariana that was you were saying was close? No, Ariana's got a 1. Oh, yeah, she was a little close, very close. Oh. All right, so next up is our, oh, wait, we're waiting for one more swimmer. We're waiting for Amanda, freshman from Medley. Come on in. She's pushing. We've got all the swimmers here, whether, it doesn't matter what school you're from. We're gonna cheer. But the best part of this sport, because we've all been there. These kids have been there, done that. Good job. All right, next up, we have this is gonna be a good race. We have last year's champion, Elizabeth Scherer, is seated first for this. She is in lane 3. We have, in lane 1, we have Riley from Whitman. Lane 2, Nikki from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. Lane 3, Palmax, Elizabeth Scherer, last year's champion. We have in lane 4 from Palmac, Jillian Anthony, who was 4th last year in this. Emelina Wilvick from Newark. She took 3rd. She popped last year. I was going through the results. She definitely popped. She swims off season with Palmac. And lane 6 is Lauren Leckie.
And swimming in lane 1
from Newark.
Riley. Lane 2 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Nikki. Lane 3 from Palmac, Elizabeth. Lane 4 from Palmac, Jillian. Lane 5 from Newark, Emelina. And lane 6 from Newark, Lauren.
So right here we've got, I can tell you from my own experience, there are 4 swimmers in this event that swim off season. Let's see what's going to happen. Now our last weekend is a little slow off the start, but look at her go underwater. Elizabeth, she is a tall lady. And she's tough. And it's going to be interesting today because her coach also has her swimming the 500. So she's got one event and then the 500. Which we'll see what's going to happen. So we've got Elizabeth leading the pack. And it looks like we've got Emelina from Newark is giving it to Jillian for 2nd. And here we go. Elizabeth still has the lead. She's got the long stroke, reaches it out. And looks like Jillian is trying to push Emelina from Newark. Come on, there we go. Elizabeth's head up. And go. Let's see what they can do. Go. All right, Elizabeth Scherer continues. 7 for first place. And that's not her best, but she's going to be tapered up.
It's interesting, you called that one of some swimmers are tapping here and others waiting for the sectional.
Yep.
Jillian Anthony ended up
exactly
in 3rd place with her exact time.
Exact time. Oh my, yep, Bob, look, she did pop again. Last year she popped, and this year she popped from her entry time to her time today. I can tell you, that's pretty impressive. Going from a 113 to a 107. Again.
Amazing.
So.
No, they're all larger. I'm pretty sure. Aren't the pizzas larger?
I don't know. Bob's having a great conversation about pizza, guys. I think he's hungry. He forgets he's mic'd up.
Sorry about that.
Mrs. Oakes is ordering the pizzas for the Palmac team for when they get back to the school. All right. So we are going to do the awards for the 100 butterfly. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. I looked back at last year's results.
Wow.
Yeah.
Emelina
just popped. And when I circled that and I noted it from last year because that was a big deal. Yeah. So last year.
6-second improvement.
Here, look at that improvement from last year, Bob. She went from a 115 to a 109. She dropped 6 seconds both times. That's incredible. Like that. And now that's no big deal in the 500.
Yep.
But this in the fly, that's tough.
And the good thing is for her as well, she's improved on her junior time. She's swimming the best times of her life, and let's hope sectional-wise she can carry that over another 3 weeks of swimming.
But she's in Class B, and that's going to be tough. That's where you're getting those bigger schools. I believe that's where Spencerport is, and Brighton and those schools.
Coming in 11th place with a time of 2:14.72 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Amanda. In 10th place with a time of 1:44.34 from Paul Mack, Aubrey. In 9th place with a time of 1:32.58 from Marcus Whitman, Colleen. In 8th place with a time of 1:29.99 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Ariana. In 7th place with a time of 1:27.04 from Paul Mack, Gabriella. In 6th place with a time of 1:23.03 from Newark, Lauren. In 5th place with a time of 1:20.42 for Marcus Whitman, Riley.
Riley moved up a couple spots, it looks like.
And in 4th place with a time of 1:13.82 for Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Nikki. In 3rd place with a time of 1:09.12 from Paul Mack, Jillian.
And Jillian moved up a spot from last year.
In 2nd place with a time of 1:07.30 from Newark, Emelina.
Emelina did too. She was third last year, and now she's second.
And your Finger Lakes champion of the 100-yard butterfly with a time of 1:04.37 from Paul Mack, Elizabeth Sharon.
And that is, she is a two-time league champion in the 100 butterfly. Pretty excellent stuff for her.
I understand. And what was the amount?
Coach Oakes is handing out those awards for the 100 butterfly. Now going up, we're going to get into the 100 freestyle. There are heats of the 100 freestyle. Last year we had 3 place 1, 2, 3. So right now it's going to be anybody's event. Who's going to get it? We don't know. We have to wait and see. Because like I said, those 3 seniors are have graduated. So right now we have heat 1.
Our next event is 100-yard freestyle.
Lane 2.
Lane 2 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Diana. Lane 3 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. Lane 4 from Judith. And lane 5 from Newark, Lucy.
All right, we have Judith, who's also a first-year swimmer. She is from Wayne. She's a first-year varsity swimmer.
Heat 1, 100-yard freestyle. Take mark.
And there you go. 100-yard freestyle. That's 4 laps, 4 lengths. Let's see, it looks close out there. It's tight right now with Jackie and Judith. And Judith goes by Mimi. We have, looking at my notes. So Mimi, Judith, in lane 4 from Wayne. First-year swimming varsity. Let's see, she's had a great race here, but lane 3. Let's see who's gonna. Still close. Jackie and Mimi. Judith. She looks like she's getting her. Let's see what happens. This is gonna be a fingernail. Lane 3 just out-touched her. Let's see what the officials say. Now the qualifying time for that is 1:09. And for Class B, it is 1:05. All right, so next up we're going to have the second heat. my bad. Before I finish this, I want to give this swimmer she deserves. Because this is not easy. The last person doesn't matter. Look at how everybody, the sportsmanship that is shown here in the sport of swimming is incredible. That's why I love the sport for any kid that wants to try something new. Good job. Finished it. Impressive. Love to see that. I love to see it when those kids do that. All right.
Then we ended up with 3 of those 4 girls. First 3 ended up all with significant personal records for the year.
Swimming in lane 1 from Newark, Jenna. Lane 2 from Marcus Whitman, Harley. Lane 3 from Newark, Emily. Lane 4 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Kaden. Lane 5 from Newark, Janae. And lane 6 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Oriana.
All right, let's see what we're going to get here. These girls are looking ready. Let's get some best times. That's what matters right now is those best times.
Card to start. Heat 2, 100-yard freestyle. Take your mark.
Ladies. Lane 3, it looks like she's coming off the wall first. That is Emily from Newark. She definitely is the number 1 seed.
What lane am I in? 103. Lane 2. Thank you.
Look at Emily go. Let's see. I'm hoping for a best time for this girl. She's a Newark swimmer, so she's trying to get that really tough time of 105. But you never know. You never know what this girl can do. I love these times. God, I want to see. Yes. Oh, what a great drop. Sorry about my loud clap. That girl just, oh my gosh. Emily from Newark. What a great swim. Take a look at that. 106. She was at 112. That is just, I don't care if you didn't make sectionals.
I love to see the improvement.
It's just, I don't know, I get goosebumps because that just makes me so excited. As a coach, as a parent, as a just somebody that just loves swimming, it just makes me, it just gives me goosebumps to see that work is paying off for these kids.
Next, Heat 3 at the 100-yard
There's our
freestyle.
shout out for Emily Taylor.
Swimming in lane 1 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Gracie. Lane 2 from Gananda Wade, Lillian. Lane 3 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Heavenly. Lane 4 from Gananda Wade, Cadence. Lane 5 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Cecilia. And lane 6 from Marcus Whitman, Kennedy.
Now, you're going to see probably some of the same names that similar from the 100 that are swimming the 100 that are swimming the 50. They swam the 50, and now there's.
That looks like a destruction mode. God's scary.
All right, here we go. Cadence is a first-year and varsity swimmer. She swims for Gananda. She also swims for Gia, as well as Lillian. Lillian also swims for Gananda, and she swims on the G-Rat Club team.
Heat 3, 100-yard freestyle. Take your mark.
That's it. There we go. We got a good start. All right, here we go. So we've got, last year, we've had Gracie, who was in lane 1. She was 9th last year. Lillian was 11th. She's in lane 2 last year. Heavenly was 12th. And she is in lane 3. So let's see what we got here. Again, this is the 3.
They're really close through this first 50.
Oh, yeah. Looks like coming off the wall is lane 3, Heavenly, from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket.
with a 105 qualifying time for Class B and 109 for Class C.
Yep.
So let's see if we can.
Oh boy, it's looking close now. We've got lane 3 and 5. Looks like they're duking it
It's going
out.
to be very close.
Oh man, come on girls. Oh yeah, and Emily Taylor moves up too. In the previous heat, Emily Taylor, that was at 106, she moves up. Wait a bit.
Nice finishes.
That was great time. So that's a great big drop for lane 3, Heavenly. She got had a 2-second drop there. That and so did. Look at that. We got some great times here, folks. And right now it looks like we're having a timing system issue for lane 1, but we will get that information from the officials. We also have timers up in the stands actually as well this year because typically we have them down on the deck. But due to COVID procedures, we are not able to have the extra people on the pool deck. All right, well, we were waiting on this. We have heat 4. This is the final heat. This is going to be your fast heat. In this heat is also Danny McDonald, who won the 50 freestyle. Let's see, she was seated first in this event. Let's see what's going to happen.
100-yard freestyle, so we get lane 1 from Marcus Whitman, Layla. Lane 2 from Medley's Red Jacket, Kyla.
And last year, Kyla swam the 50.
Danielle. Lane 4 from Paul Mack, Amber. Lane 5 from Paul Mack, Anna. Lane 6 from Paul Mack is Arm.
And I will tell you that Kyla happens to also be a club teammate of Danny and Amber's. Kyla swims Paul Mack Swim Club. It's going to be fun to watch.
Final heat, 100-yard freestyle. Take your mark.
Good. I almost like jumped myself sitting here. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, Danny, like I said, she took first in the 50.
Danielle is very close to each other in the qualifying time.
We have definitely Anna, Autumn. I've already qualified. Everybody here has qualified, I believe, for sectionals. Looks like touching first is lane 3, Danielle or Danny McDonald. She's still leading.
28.93 for the first 50. We'll see what she can come back with.
All right, what's she gonna do? Come on, Danny. Again, this is the girl that danced her entire life. In freshman year, she decided that she wanted to swim. And look at what she's done. She's a double winner.
A double winner.
A double winner. How incredible. I mean, this just proves that if you put the work in, you will get the reward.
Two personal bests for her today.
I think that was a personal best on there, Mr. Oaks. I think that was close. She went.
What's that? 06.
She went 100.06, and then today she went 46.
It's the context.
It's the okay. Okay, Mr. Oaks, we got you, dude. These girls. I mean, this is good swimming. Again, a lot of these girls are getting ready for sectionals, so they're not really focusing as much on what this meet. It will be tapered out and rested for the sectional meet, which is coming up about 2-3 weeks, first week in November. Next, we are going to have the awards, and then we get into the
awards for the 100-yard freestyle. In 12th place with the time. Oh, sorry, hold on, just one moment.
If we just jump back quickly to that heat 3 of 4.
Yeah.
Lillian Freeman, Heavenly Black. Oh, Lillian Freeman. Oh, no, nope. Heavenly Black from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket.
Yep.
And
All right, it's 12th
Cecilia
place
Perry
with a time of 109.76
from Medley
for
Red Jacket.
Marcus
They
Whitman
both
Kennedy.
made sectional times.
That's
In
awesome.
11th place with a time of 109.62 from Gananda Wade, Cadence. In 10th place with a time of 108.40 from Gananda Wade, Lillian. In 9th place with a time of 107.93 from Marcus Whitman, Layla. In 8th place with a time of 107.78 for Midlake's Red Jacket, Cecilia. In 7th place with a time of 107.40 for Midlake's Red Jacket, Heavenly. In 6th place with a time of 107.21 from Paul Mack, Autumn. In 5th place with a time of 106.88 from Newark, Emily.
That was nice. Emily was in the second heat. Look at that.
And
She
4th
came out of
place
nowhere.
with a time of 106.45 for Midlake's Red Jacket, Kyla. In 3rd place with a time of 105.27 from Paul Mack, Anna. In 2nd place with a time of 104.25 from Paul Mack, Amber. And your Finger Lakes champion of the 100-yard freestyle with a time of 1:46 from Paul Mack, Danielle Mcdonald.
Congratulations, all those girls. Nice swim. We're going to be getting ready to get into the 500 here shortly. But it's nice to see that these kids are stepping up. We're waiting on the girls to hit the podium and head up. We'll see how those times are going to fare them for sectionals. Now, so far, Bob, I think Danny or Mcdonald, Danielle, is the only double winner we've had so far?
I believe so.
I think so. I think she is it. We want to keep track of that because they do tend to give, there's awards for the outstanding swimmer of the meet. So it's always an exciting thing to see. We also have our outstanding senior swimmer as well. Nice to see that. So, I'm going back and I'm checking to see about double winners so far. So far it is Danny, but we shall see.
There's some others who have some opportunities for that.
Yes, we do. We have some opportunities to take over. Now, also I want to note, too, is all league status. Now, the swimmers that place, I believe it's first and second, are considered all league. And if you place third, you are honorable mention for individual events, which is a nice honor to put on, a nice little accolade to give yourself for scholarships, for anything that is coming up for you. It's an honor to be on that list for these kids. In the relays, it is just the first place team is all league, and then the second place, I believe, it is honorable mention. I'd have to check with
in lane 2 for Paul
league
Mack,
chair.
Chelsea. Lane 3 for Marcus Whitman, Haley. Lane 4 for Paul Mack, Claire. And lane 5 for Paul Mack, Lee.
Alrighty, so this is going to be a long race that we've got coming up. And this is in high school, a distance, and college also a distance. Same thing with club, but it's not the longest event in high school, or excuse me, in college and in club swimming. It is not the longest in those areas. In club swimming and in college, you have the 1650 and the 1000 as well. So, but high school, this is the longest event. They're doing 20 minutes. And they have the counters down at the end of the pool to help keep track of the officials.
500-yard freestyle. Take mark.
All right, we did have a scratch. It looks like Claire Habadi from Palmaf, maybe? No, not Claire. We do have one scratch from there. It looks like Lainey, I believe, from Palmyra Macedon is not swimming a declared false start. All right. So now you notice if you look at the ends, you've got the girls that are putting those counters in the water. When they get to a certain point, then they can flip it over and have the next one ready for them. But they cannot do it any earlier because not only does it just get ahead of yourself, but also the officials do need to keep track. So as you see, we're slipping it, we're trying to. Sometimes the girls have rocket science for the girls. They're struggling with it. And I always tell the kids when back in my day of coaching, swim till you see the orange, guys. Swim till you see the orange, guys. That's what I would tell them over and over again.
All the way through.
And don't stop for anything until you get to the orange. So it looks like it's a pretty even pace here between Palmac and Marcus Whitman. You've got in lane 2, you've got you've got Chelsea, but you've got right now Haley from Marcus Whitman and Buddy from Myra Maston. They're kind of working it out here, figuring out who's going to take the lead in it. Right now, Marcus Whitman's Haley is ahead. The girls got their numbers ready to drop them in. And sometimes you'll notice that there's signs that the swimmers, the counters will give to the swimmers. And you probably noticed it in the next heat more, where if it's on one side of the lane, it means one thing. If it's on one side of the other, and if it's going up and down, it means something, swinging it side to side. So they have different signs. In fact, I got to pick on your son, who is the head coach right now of Palmyra Maston, and I was his coach. He and his counters had special secret signs. And when that sign was given, I did not give that sign. His counter always gave the sign. It was always a good time and a good laugh, and Christopher would always pick it up because he knew what that meant. So it's nice having a counter that you can, consistently count on, because they have that relationship with you, and you feel trusting with them that they're not going to goof up your counting, that they know to look for your coach, they know where your paces are, they know where you should be at each part of your race, because you may know, or think you know, but it's having that extra person, that extra eyes on you.
You're really on your own, and so communication is difficult during the race. But you look at these swimmers, and you see it probably in the next race even more, the goals of trying to keep your pace up and not drop down. And
oh yeah, I can't tell you how many times, at least when I coach, and these kids, I see it. How many times we would write on the dry erase board where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, and in practice we work on that. So you know what it feels like when you're on pace. And it's not an easy event to swim. These kids really need to know what it feels like for their 50. If their 50 needs to be a 34, they need to know what it feels like to swim a 34. It's grueling. Sometimes it's lonely. I've had kids tell me, I'm so bored, it's so sad, it's so lonely, I'm the only one of it. Good, because we're working on things that are going to make it effective for you. So right now we have Haley from Marcus Whitman. She is leading the way.
And she's just gotten through half of the race, her first 250, and now pushing toward everything's downhill from here, although it might not feel like it.
And Clara Body from Palmyra Maston is right there with her. Now you'll notice probably in the next heat, the drafting that's going to go on. You think about it, race car drivers will draft off of swimmers, draft off of each other, and you're going to see probably the next heat and definitely sectionals, where they're just going to get right on their wake, just the right spot, and that to have that other swimmer, the lead swimmer, pull them along, tiring them out. And then they will just drop dead. They'll have all the extra energy. It's kind of an advantage that you'll find that swimmers use. Once they know how to draft, it's the game changer for them. And it does take time to figure out how to do that, but it definitely is a game changer. So here we go. Haley's continuing to be in the lead. Claire's just plugging right along with her. And Chelsea's also keeps on moving. She is not giving up. This is hard for some of these kids.
A lot of these kids are younger kids, and so they're getting their experience.
They're getting their feet wet, literally. You also see, too, the coaches are giving signs to their swimmers, and the coaches and the swimmers know them. They also give the signs, like I said before, the counters, so you know what to have them do and where they should be. Because there should be, especially when you're looking at sectionals, these kids know, in order for me to get here, to get this time, I need to be on this pace at this lap. I need to be at that pace at that lap. And these coaches have worked on that with them, and they've got the signals, the way they're coaching them through this event. It's pretty cool to watch them do that, but they know, the kids know, they have that communication. Because like you said, it's pretty lonely out there. And Haley's still moving along, and her coach is over there giving her signs and keeping her moving. Actually, her coach Megan is a former Marcus Whitman swimmer as well, so she is coming back and giving back to the program that she swam as a part of, which is nice to see. And that's what's so nice about this sport, is these kids, these people come back and they give back all the way through. Swimming is definitely another. Mom, coach, teacher, PE teacher, you can see the dynamics. It's a totally different world. It's different. But sometimes I don't understand. They think all you do is just back and forth, back and forth.
For our schools that have pools throughout the Finger Lakes area, do most students who go through Pelmac and other schools, do they all learn to swim pretty well?
Yes. It is part of a curriculum that the students do take phys ed, and in phys ed, if that school has a pool, they are required at some point to learn to swim. All right, so that horn signifies that the lead swimmer has one more lap. Yes, most schools, if the schools have a pool, the kids will learn how to swim phys ed, and it's a life skill. And as we saw before with Mr. DeYoung, the gentleman that received the award at the beginning, it's a lifetime sport. Look at it, the guy is going to have surgery, another thing happened, and he's able to still get in the pool and exercise. And that's the thing about swimming. I mean, are you going to go out and play football for the rest of your life?
Right.
Probably not. These kids have got this under control. They can do this, and it's a life skill. As a PE teacher, that's what I stress to the kids.
And Haley Clark of Marcus Whitman.
Yeah, girl. Look at that.
She shaved some significant time off her best.
Girl, that's awesome. All right, and coming in for Pelmac, we got Claire. And she touched the wall. Definite. Oh, man. She dropping time? Yeah. Claire Abadi from Mastodon comes in with an 8:05. And again, these girls are all scoring points for their team. That's a little worked. There's not an extra heat.
Turn it on. Hit finish. It's a finish line. No one's in that. No one's in front. She had a fast time. Way to go.
40.
All right, so next up we've got the 500. Now, there's something I want to note is the winner of the 100 butterfly was Elizabeth Scher. Now, she is seated in this event as well. So she's only had one event after her. So she's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. And now she's ready to go. This girl can do it. I had a nice talk.
Lane 5 from Marcus Whitman, Madison, and lane 6 from Newark.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. So here we go. We've got Natalie, 1, 2, Adeline, 3, Elizabeth, 4, Zoe from Marcus Whitman. We've got lane 5, Madison from Marcus Whitman, Lauren from Newark, lane 6. Let's get this started, and I will talk a little bit about Elizabeth and the conversation we had this week. We do also have some swimmers that are off-season swimmers as well.
I'm sorry. E2, 500 Yards Freestyle. Take your mark.
All right, they're off. So this week I teach adaptive phys ed, and I was with some students that was in the same phys ed class as Elizabeth. And it was the same day that the psych sheets came out, where they were ranked. And I said, Elizabeth, that's really awesome. I was telling her how proud of her being seated first, and how great is that? And I said to her, what are you thinking about, swimming the 100 or the 100 fly and then going into 500? And she gives me, and I've known Elizabeth for a long time because she's one of our club kids and friends with my daughter, this big-eyed look, and she was very nervous. I said, so I can see right now that you're in your own head, Elizabeth. This is all about you. You physically can do it. You were one of the top swimmers that we went and swam the lake. You swam 16 miles.
Wow.
Non-stop. And you have the endurance. What's going to stop you is your head. You need to stay out of your own head. And yesterday I came back up to my office in high school and I found a little note from Elizabeth thanking me for giving her a little pep talk. That's the kind of kid she is. She's just a good kid, hard worker, cares about other people. And she's come a long way. I'll tell another little story about her, but is when she started swimming club, Bob, her first meet, she cried. She wanted nothing to do with it. So her parents kept her in swimming. They thought that was the best thing for her, to still swim, but no meets. She didn't do meets again for a while. And look at her now. She's an animal. I mean, she is something else. Look at this girl.
She has that prototype body with long arms and long legs.
And she's so humble. Bob, she is a nice kid. She will go out of her way. She always, when I push into her class over the years, I've been doing it with some students, she's always willing to jump in and help my students that maybe sometimes don't always get a chance to, be with the other kids, the general ed population of students. And she always makes sure that they feel welcome and cheers them on and asks them to be her partner. They don't have to ask her. She says, hey, you want to be my partner?
Good for her.
And that's the kind of kid she is. She's really nice. She's really a good girl. So here we go. Elizabeth is leading the way. Do this. And it's looking like fine. Just holding on. Emmeline last year was third in this event. Last year's winner was Angelina Trapp. Now, last year, Elizabeth swam the 100 backstroke. And Angelina this year is swimming the 100 backstroke. So they flip-flopped events. They have switched events. Now we've got Natalie who's here. She's in lane 1. She's a Gananda swimmer. She also swims off season. So I am aware of, out of the 6 girls here, 4 girls that swim off season in this event.
Wow.
Again, this is going to show you why it's important to swim off season. And I believe Zoe Dean has swam off season too. I'm not sure if she is currently, but in the past she has. Again, Elizabeth leading the way, Zoe too, looks like. And I just saw Coach Richards from Gananda Wayne. She's giving Natalie's counter some signs. She's giving so to tell her how to hold that counter, where to place it. So it looks like we're moving along here. We have got Emmeline in lane 2. She is right now in second. In lane 3, in lane 4, we've got Zoe's in third. And Zoe's got a strong stroke. She also had swam the IM. You can tell that she's a strong swimmer. Because those
nice
two.
Race going for second and third.
Yeah.
As well.
Yep. And that again, that is Emmeline and Zoe. Never know. You get the drafting just right on this one. Who knows?
Emelina Wilk, we've heard that name before today, and she's swimming extremely well in this.
What did she do last event? She was a strong swimmer in that one too.
She got second in the 100 fly
She
and took all the time off. And
Yes.
she's swimming great here as well.
So she swam the 100 fly as well. So her and Elizabeth definitely are working on being all-star studs today because they both swam the fly and the 500. All right. I see our official coming on over and standing over
This is
Elizabeth's
for the
lane.
horn.
And as Elizabeth is bringing it home, her counter, Angelina Trapp, is going to put in the orange for her shortly. Now, because swimmers will swim this at leagues does not mean they're going to swim it at sectionals. That's a whole nother power move right now for our swimmers. They want to see where they're going to land and where they're going to compete for sectionals. Oh, and Elizabeth Scherer, she is also a double winner today. Elizabeth Scherer, it was not the best time for her. Again, she's probably not focusing on those right now. She's going to focus on that for sectional. All right, nice job. Will from Newark, placed third last year, comes in second with a 5:57. That is a great drop for that girl. Oh, man, Willock, nice drop. Nice drop for Willock.
Great swim, man.
And in third place, lane 4, we have Zoe D. And looks like Natalie had a best time as well and overheard the timers giving her the good time. It was a 6:10. So Natalie also had a nice drop in lane 1. Because that time doesn't come up until afterwards, after the race is finished. Nice job, girls. This is great. Happy to see.
And Lauren Lipsey just ended up dropping over 30 seconds for her in this race, so good for her.
And one thing to note is sometimes these kids don't always swim. She might not have swam it very often. She might have only swum it once this year at the beginning of the season. So we don't know that, which is nice. See these kids killing it. All right, next up we're going to have the 200 free relay. So we've got girls that are going to be coming out of the 500 and going into
right
200
back.
free relay. And they usually don't like their coaches after that, but that's okay. Now, who was it, Bob, in the 50 free that was 1/100th of a second off for qualifying? It was a Newark swimmer, wasn't it?
I believe so.
It was Emily Taylor. So what her coach may be doing is putting her as a lead off. If they lead Emily off and she gets low,
the 29:50.
she's good. She can fix it. Unfortunately, I don't have the names of the swimmers, so we can't really tell if she's done that.
Newark in the next race is going to be in lane 2, so let's check that out.
Yes.
That
I wonder
happens.
if we could get the names from the people behind us.
It could happen.
I would really, unless I see a coach for Newark, but I think Mr. Oakes is going to go up and get the names for the Newark. I'd really like to see how that Emily does, because it's something that's pretty exciting for these kids. When they qualify for sectionals, whether it's your first time, last time, whatever time it was, if you qualify, it's a big deal. And when you're that close, 1/100th, that's a fingernail away. And that's really way too close for me. So we're going to see if she can pull it off here in the next heat. So we're going to have 2 heats. Lane 2 is going to be Ganana Wayne. And in lane 3, we have Palmac C Relay. Palmac will have 3 in. And then lane 4 is going to be Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. Now again, Mid-Lakes Red Jacket has typically had sprinters. We're going to see what they've got. This is heat 1 of 2. Heat 1 of 2. What'd you find out for us?
We do have the
word
that Emily's going to be leading it off. So it looks like the coach was paying attention, and Emily might have been paying attention.
I hear him saying, "You're going to get another man." I heard him. Oh, because that just gets you so excited as a coach. I mean, again, goosebumps on that, man. That's just so exciting, these girls.
Coming in 9th place for the time of 8:49.82 from Palmac, Chelsea.
All right.
In 8th place for the time of 8:05.28 from Palmac, Claire. In 7th place for the time of 7:49.02 from Marcus Whitman, Haley. In 6th place for the time of 6:50.59 from Newark, Lauren. In 5th place for the time of 6:24 flat for Marcus Whitman, Madison. In fourth place with a time of 6:10:51 from Renata Wade, Natalie.
That was a great drop for Natalie.
In third place with a time of 6:08:18 from Marcus Whitman, Zoe. In second place with a time of 5:57:59 from Newark, Emmy.
Oh, that was a great drop. Last year she was.
And your Finger Lakes league champion of the 500-yard freestyle with a time of 5:39:07 from Paul Mack, Elizabeth Scher.
All right. Teammate Danny Mcdonald is a double winner. Last year Elizabeth was a tie for performer of the year, or swimmer of the meet. I apologize. She was swimmer of the meet with it was a red jacket swimmer. I have that paperwork here, so that's something nice to know.
Our next event is the 200-yard freestyle relay. There are two heats. In the first heat is lane 2, Joanna Wade, lane 3, Paul Mack, and lane 4, Medley.
All right. They're going to be swimming. These girls will be 50 yards of freestyle and freestyle only. Technically, if you wanted to be critical, and I don't think it'll happen here, but you can, when it's a freestyle event, you can swim any stroke. We've had that happen. You wouldn't typically do that in a championship meet or an invitational.
Time to start. Heat 1, 200 free relay. Take your mark.
All right, they're off. So again, it's lane 2. We've got Ganada Wayne, lane 3, Pal Mac, lane 4, Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. Remember, they only have one relay score. This gives these girls a chance to swim. Also gives coaches a chance to gives them coaches a chance to see if another move or what happened. Like, let's say half of your team gets quarantined, you know what you've been working with.
Absolutely.
That was what happened last year. All right. So it looks to me, I'm going to fish on my way. 3 is ahead. 3. Yep, barely. Lane. Am I right or am I wrong? I can't see. Oh, lane.
Lane 4 just edging out lane 3 at the moment.
Yep, lane 4. Right. All right, they're in.
It was a half a second difference.
Yeah. All right, looks like Mac now leading these girls. Last for Mac to Hollywood, this year. And in this heat is going to be Pal Mac. Like second. Mid-Lakes, excuse me. Second is going to be, third is going to be Ganana Wayne. So next is the last heat. Lane 1 is going to be Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. Lane 2 is going to be Newark. Lane 3 is going to be last year's champions, Pal Mac. Lane 4 is Ganana Wayne. Lane 5 is Pal Mac's B Relay. And lane 6 is going to be Marcus Whitman. Like I said, last year, the winner of this event was Myra Macedon. Let's see if they can take it over again. We're looking for clean, good swims.
All
All right, we are hoping our girl Emily
Lane 2,
And we're going to be watching the first swimmer in lane 2
Lane 4,
right now.
Lane 5, Paul Mack, and Lane 6, Marcus Whitman.
We're really watching lane 2 right now to see if Emily Taylor from Newark qualifies for sectionals. Man, she was so close. It was heartbreaking. All right, they're off. Swim it. Just swim clean, girls. We just don't want any disqualifications. A swimmer leaving early. Pause that. Come on, Lane. I'm a Pell Mac girl, but boy, I just love seeing kids do things. Happen. Come on, lane 2, make it happen. Come on, girl, make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. Oh, no. Not quite. Good try, though. That was a great try. Oh, I was hoping for, was rooting for great swim. But you know what? She could still be on a relay for sectionals.
Fernanda Wayne is right in this race.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's Angelina. Can't tell, but by the stroke of it, looks like Angelina took over for Jillian. And then anchoring is going to be Amber Newsome, a sophomore. I don't know who's anchoring over there. It might be Natalie. I can't quite tell. Oh, Amber, all right. If Amber's going to produce. She's going to hold that. Mac is going to continue their streak. Oh, man. Nice job. And again, I know for a fact that relay of that 152, that is not the same girls. So, but that is a great time. And we've got on there Danny McDonald, Jillian, Anna Freely, Angelina, and anchoring them. So you, 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and a junior. And Danny also has already won 2 individual events. Amber has taken second, I believe, in a few. Jillian's taken second and third. Anna's taken a third.
Yep. So
we've got these groups with consistent names. Now Mac has won so far every event except for diving, which Newark took, or Gananda Wayne took. All right, so they're going to warm down right now, and they're going to do their awards next. I just heard Coach Oakes, who is the lead chair, asked to slow things down a little bit because I'll get them set. So coming up next, we're going to have 3 heats of the 100-yard backstroke. So one thing I wanted to note on there is last year, Elizabeth Scher won it. Well, last year, Angelina Trapp won the 500. This year, they flip-flopped events, as I said before. So we're going to see Angelina's come in and taken the spot for in the 100 backstroke. And I think she's only swam it 1 or 2 times this school year or this season. But again, she was a strong competitor in the club season when we were able to have swim meets, which we didn't have many. Last year, we didn't have any for inter-squad in that event. But she's also got some other competition. She's got Rita Romano from Lions, who's a freshman, who last year was 6th. Uh-oh. We have a DQ. Uh-oh. I see combat coaches are looking a little concerned. And it's a little scary right now.
There's another lane two is just because of that.
I think it sounds like lane 2. Wait,
Just lane two?
lane 2 had just, there was, though that is correct except for,
So we have lane 3 and 2.
3 and 2 have been disqualified. Why was lane 3 disqualified?
Early takeoff.
Early takeoff. What swimmer?
Last one.
Okay, last swimmer. All right, thank you.
Yelling at her and it goes slow.
All right, so unfortunately, that Pelmac did not win that, and then lane 2 had had jewelry in. So that's going to change things a little bit. So that makes lane 4 wins that event. So Pelmac is not going to take that.
Fernando Wayne will be.
Unfortunately, the technology that we have available to us aren't being used. We do have those relay exchange pads that you'll see us use at sectionals. They will tell you, they can use those pads to tell if they did indeed go early. Because right now what they're doing is they're going by the eyeball, they're eyeballing it. Where at sectionals, they're going to be able to use the technology of the touch pads. And the kids, I know, do practice with those. The pads, the relay exchange pads is what they're called. There's a pad on the block, and as well as the pad in the water, and they're able to touch and go from there. Right? And they can see if it's 0.0 or if it's plus. If it's a plus, they're fine. Really negative, and this is really frustrating right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. Also, lane 5 was the B team for Pelmac, so they would be second, correct?
No. I can't remember if you clarify them as a there's a little time right now.
Officials are just really.
Okay, we're gonna cover my mic. Sometimes coaches get a little upset. So coaches are kind of talking over things with officials and going from there.
I don't know if I'm
Giving
sure.
awards for the 200-yard freestyle relay. If each team can just send up one swimmer, and then the first place team, everybody can come up. In third place, with a time of 2:31:02, Marcus Whitman, Hannah, Harley, Leon, and Haley. In second place, with a time of 2:04:20, Medley, Gracie, Cecilia, Kyla, and Maggie. And then in first place, with a time of 1:57:51, Gananda Wayne, Kylie, Brittany, Phoebe, and Natalie.
Congratulations to Gananda Wayne. So they took out some positions because jewelry and because of qualification. Really? I didn't see it. I was watching, but I didn't.
I don't know if our viewers at home, they had a view.
A better view than we did.
Looking through from the camera.
Yeah.
Whether or not they saw that or not.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sure we'll hear. I haven't heard anything yet. My phone will usually blow, because I know we have got some swimmers for Pelmac Swim Club that are right now headed to a meet in Mexico, New York, and are listening and watching
Our
us.
next event is the 100-yard backstroke. There are 3 heats in this event.
we just have
In heat
3
1,
events
two
left. This 100-yard backstroke, the breast, and then the 400-meter relay.
400-yard relay, yes.
400 yards, thank you.
It's not counted.
And that meters,
Swimming in
yeah.
lane 3 from Paul Mack, Jenna. Swimming in lane 4 from Gananda Wayne, Ashley. Swimming in lane 5 from Marcus Whitman, Leah.
I will say, I've been listening to Jenna as she's been going up for Pelmac, saying how this is my last one. This is it. She's a senior. This is her last race. She's swam for Pelmac, I believe, 4 years. And this is it. She's done after this event. Swimmers are going to enter the water for the backstroke. And officials will let them set their feet.
These are the first of 3 races.
Yep. I'm going to check on the scores too, Bob. I'm waiting for from up above that information so we can see where we're at score-wise. Surprised we don't have them posted. In the past years, we've had them posted, but maybe we just don't have enough. Because of COVID procedures, we don't have the meet staff to come down and post them like we have in the past. So right now, it's pretty close. We got Jenna Collingwood, senior. And it looks like Ashley, a Gananda Wayne swimmer, is a junior. Ashley attends Wayne. Let me see if we get on.
We'll see what they can come back in, but everybody is on a pace quite a bit ahead of where they would normally be. Let's hope these girls get some personal best.
I know. That's what I'm right now.
And one of them could be scoring.
We're going top 12. I rechecked. We have 12. Jenna last year, she was 15th in this event last year, and Hannah over in lane 2 was 19th in this event. So let's see what she's gonna do. All right, Jenna. Jenna comes in first in that heat. And she is excited. She just yelled up to her coach, got a best time, finally. Nice job. Lane 4 comes in second. Lane 4 is in second. And that is Ashley. We've got some scores here for you guys. Right now in 5th place with 109 is Newark. 4th place with 125 is Gananda Wayne. Now listen to this, folks. 3rd, Mid-Lakes, 127. 2nd, Marcus Whitman, 128.
So 3 points separate the 3 teams.
Man, and
You know,
Pelmac.
less than 20 points.
Pelmac is 270. That's awesome. This is going to get good.
Wow.
The relays,
Lane 3 from Newark, Melanie. Lane 4 from Pelmac, Catherine. Lane 5 from Marcus Whitman, Harley. And lane 6 from Gananda Wayne, Ellie.
All right. So I just want to note here from lane 6, Gananda Wayne. She is a Wayne High School student. She's a multi-sport athlete for Wayne Central. Last year, Melanie was 11th. From Melanie from Newark in lane 3, she was 11th in this event. And Aubrey, the senior from Pelmac that's in lane 1, she was 12th. So let's see if these girls improve their positions. Something that the coach from Gananda Wayne, Danny Richards, shared with me is that Ellie, who is a multi-sport athlete, returned to swimming this season after being inspired by the Olympics. How cool is that? That's just awesome.
She's out in lane 6. And she's making her turn from the first 25.
All right. Now this event to qualify for sectionals, Class C needs a 124, and then Class B needs a 120. Girls are shooting for it. Coaches are getting needed out here because they want that spot. They are trying to get these girls to qualify for sectionals. Such a big deal for these girls. I know Katie Kabaskowitz in lane 2 from Pelmac has been so close in every event she swims.
124.25.
Yeah, okay. And that's not the only event she's done, just fingertips. And we are so hoping that Katie pulls it off. Katie is a freshman. She also plays softball. And, oh, come on, girls. Looking like, all right, lane 3.
She's got a shot.
Melanie with a 118. Oh, I just saw Coach Oaks almost jumping.
124.05.
Oh, man.
Oh, shoot, and it's 124.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at what her time was before.
500.
Look at what her time was before. I mean, she's been so close.
When
All
she
right.
was 25, she's open.
Ooh, Melanie in lane 3, who was 11th last year. She went 1:18.79. Nice time drop for her and a sectional qualifying time. Way to go. All right, lane 2 was Katie. Oh my goodness, 1:24.05. That poor kid. She had a best time. I gotta look at it like that. She had a best time. Lane 1, I don't have that time for Aubrey. And lane 4 was 3rd place, 1:26. And 5th place, well, this could be wrong because I don't have lane 1's information, but Ellie Hake ended up with a 1:38.96. All right, so now we have the final in heat.
Backstroke. Strobing in lane 1 from Fernanda Wade, Judy. Lane 2 from Newark, Rita. Lane 3 from Polnack, Tessa. Lane 4 from Polnack, Angelina. Lane 5 from Medley's Red Jacket, Elena. Lane 6 from Medley's Red Jacket, Olivia.
All right, so here we go. We're getting ready. We've got last year Phoebe in lane 1. She was 7th, and Rita is an 8th grader. She swims with Newark, and she's a Lions student. She was 6th. Alina from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket. She was 5th last year, and Olivia was 8th. And also Olivia ended up 13th at section.
100-yard backstroke. Take your mark.
So we've got solid swimmers right here. Last year, I know that Tessa was not able to compete due to COVID procedures, and Angelina swam the 500 last year. So this is going to be solid swims right here. We're going to be looking at swimmers that are going to pop some great times.
Angelina is on to an amazing start here.
Yes,
Full
she is.
body.
Yep. Cruising right along. So Angelina in lane 4 is followed by Newark. Newark Rita. Rita also swims as a student at Lions. She swims off season as well. She's cruising right
She
along.
finished 3rd in that 200 free.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's see what we got. We want to see those Mid-Lakes and Ganana swimmers, though. We want to see what they're going to end up with. All right, so lane 4, Angelina Trapp ends up with a 1:08.85. Lane 2 takes 2nd. That is Rita. Nice job. She moved from 6th place last year to 2nd this year. Way to go, kid. All right, lane 1. All right, trying to get the times from lane 1 as the timer's sharing it with me. Anybody who's listening. We got some nice drops there, Bob. And we're going to be coming in the 100-yard breaststroke. Some nice time drops there. I think that's pretty correct. All right, so what we got to think about, though, is these girls from Mid-Lakes, Gananda, Wayne. I mean, there was no Marcus Whitman girls in that final heat, and that could play a role in this finish because if you take the outcome, because they said, as you said, there were 3 points. 3 points. I'm going to shout out to my talent person up at top here and see what I can get for scores. So we'll see. There we go. The awards for the 100-yard backstroke. It's nice to see, though, when kids that last year they placed sixth. Look at like Rita. She went from sixth to second. Like, that's just huge.
That is amazing.
And again, like I said, I know she did swim off season, which is, we know that plays a big role in this sport. And any sport, you know, you put the time in, you're going to have a nice outcome.
The results of the 100-yard backstroke in 12th place with a time of 1:50.08 from Ganada Wayne Ashley. And 11th place with a time of 1:38.96 from Ganada Wayne Ellie. And 10th place with a time of 1:29 flat from Marcus Whitman Harley.
Oh, this is, I'm looking at, I got the scores here.
1:26.03 from Palmyra Madison, Catherine Schutz, 80.
There's a tie right now for fourth place.
In 8th place with a time of 1:24.05 for Paul Mack, Catherine.
All right. Once we get done with this, I will share the scores.
1:20.10.
I will say that they're right.
In 6th place with a time of
Nice job, Olivia moved up a spot from last year.
Melanie. In 5th place with a time of 1:17.56 from Ganada Wayne Phoebe. In 4th place with a time of 1:16.92 for Medley's red jacket, Elena. In 3rd place with a time of 1:12.80 from Paul Mack, Tessa. And in 2nd place with a time of 1:10.80 from Newark, Rita.
After Rita gets earning some all-league honors.
And your Finger Lakes champion of the 100-yard backstroke with a time of 1:08.85 from Paul Mack, Angelina Trapp.
Right, Angelina. Congratulations. Now, here is the scores. So we have a tie, Bob, for fourth place between Newark and Mid-Lakes for 131. And third place is going to be Ganada Wayne with 138. Mid-Lakes was 145. And then Paul Mack is in first place with 307. It's getting interesting here. These relays are going to play a huge role.
Absolutely.
Huge role.
We have 3 heats of the breaststroke to go. And again, people might wonder how we're doing on the pace of this meet. It's 2:15 now, and the first heat is scheduled at 2:50, so we're running a little bit over half an hour ahead.
Which is good.
There are 3 heats to this event. In the first heat from Ganada Wayne in lane 2, Georgia. In lane 3 from Paul Mack, Lady. In lane 4 from Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, Cadence. And then lane 5 from Ganada Wayne, Catherine.
So just to touch base is that for Paul Mack, Angelina, who also won the, she won on her back, she also won the 200 freestyle.
Finish.
No, she did finish. She finished first.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I got the Meet Mobile notes here.
There you go. Absolutely.
Christopher Laney, declared false start. Declared false start for Laney. Okay. So the 100 breaststroke, the swimmer in lane 3 is declared false start.
Thank you for clarifying that. So we've ended up with 3 double winners.
That's crazy. That's so good. Excited swimmers, tired swimmers, sad swimmers right now because some of these girls is going to be the last meet of the season. If they didn't qualify yet for sectionals, they are done. we could keep them on and let them swim, because if we end up in a situation like last year, you know, with the kids getting quarantined, we might need those extra bodies. So coaches are going to have some serious conversations with their athletes right at this point. All right, so here we go. Now we've got Mid-Lakes. Cadence is ahead in this event. Got a little bit of a pickup here. Lane 2 from Gananda Wayne. She is pushing it. Way to go, Gananda Wayne, Georgia. Nice swim, girl.
Well, and Georgia just knocked a ton of time off her
There's nothing more exciting than that, Bob.
8 seconds.
Makes me so excited.
Next is heat 2 of the 100-yard breaststroke. Swimming in lane 1 for Paul Mack, Phoebe. Lane 2 for Medley's red jacket, Carissa. Lane 3 for Newark, Bria. Lane 4 for Gananda Wayne, Kylie. Lane 5 for Newark, Jenna. And lane 6 for Marcus Whitman, Hannah.
And these are going to be interesting to see where these fall, because this affects the points. This is going to be interesting.
Absolutely.
So in lane 4, we have Kylie Brooks, who's also a diver. Diving earlier today. There's a good race going on here,
Definitely.
Definitely Kylie. And Bria. Phoebe over here, really working for that.
Giving herself a chance.
Yep. She wants to qualify for sectionals. For the swimmers that are in Class C, it's a 132. For Class B, it's a 126. Let's see what's going to happen. Coaches are getting into it now. If you can see, the coaches and the fan and their support staff absolutely behind these blocks, just pushing these swimmers to get where they need to be and get them those times.
She's got a chance.
Come on, come on, Phoebe. Yes! Phoebe's official time is going to be 1:30. Wait, Phoebe had to go to 132. Phoebe made it. Phoebe! So right now, if you could see the look on this girl's face right now, she qualified for sectional. And she's a freshman qualifying for sectionals. This is her second, I believe, event.
Swimming in lane 1 for Marcus Whitman, Layla. 2 for Paul Mack, Charlotte. Lane 3 for Medley Red Jacket, Maggie. Lane 4 for Gananda Wade, Sydney. Lane 5 for Medley Red Jacket, Kyla. And lane 6 for Gananda Wade, Julia.
Okay, so that last event, Rhea from North Lions, she dropped mega time. One's with a 124.50 is the sectional qualifying time. The 100 breath.
I'm not sure.
Last year, Marcus Whitman, Zoe Jean swam this, and she won it last year, so we have no.
Last year, we had Maggie Mahoney was second. Charlotte Sanson did not swim it last year. She's got quite a chance to get in there. And Cindy Richards was third.
Yes. 3, 4, 2, 6, 5.
Now Kyla Bugby, she was sixth last year. She's in lane 5. She swims with Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, but she goes to Red Jacket. She is the lone Red Jacket swimmer on that team.
Wow.
And she also swims off-season with Palmac Swim Club. Julia Sponable. She is the captain for the Wayne team. She is winning. You see right now the time is not on there for Wayne 1. The just really ridiculous. So we've got a timer down here on the floor.
Final C, 100 yards breaststroke. Take your mark.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we've done. These girls, they are trying right now to get these spots.
Neck and neck for first.
The freshman from Gananda, she also comes off season with the G-Rats. E. Mahoney, the senior, that was second place last year. She wants to get that first. She said, not going to happen this year. I am not going to be second. And she is fighting tooth and nail with Sydney for that spot. They're killing it.
It's going to be a great race.
It is. Let's see what's going to happen as they come in. Look to me like Sydney might have gotten off the ball faster. And she is ahead right now, but it's going left. Girl, and then over here, we've got Charlotte Sanson in lane 2. That's a good hurt go. Oh my goodness. From Gananda Wayne. It is the first event besides that 200 freestyle, that 200 free relay that Palmac.
That's right.
And that is sometimes Cindy Richards, I gotta tell you.
Watch her swim.
And what a really nice.
What's nice is
Neck.
her mom's the head coach.
Good.
So it makes it more special. I see Denise over here just cheering her on, and it's nice to see these kids do so well. Like I said, I watch Denise swim because smaller clubs tend to stick together.
Absolutely.
As the club meets, and we tend to hang out with them, and it's nice to see somebody that you've watched swim so well and work so hard accomplish this of being the league champion. I think our mom is speechless right now. Just looked at Danny Richards, the head coach. I mean, her daughter just won it, and I just, as a parent and as a coach, the feeling is just amazing. and to know that your daughter just did that, and as the coach, so you've got both emotions going on. Not easy. I know Danny well enough. We kind of check in with each other as far as stuff with coaching and swimming, and she's gonna step back though and make it all about her daughter, and she's gonna play the role of coach right now. And as much as the mom she wants to be, it's all about coach right now. Which is great.
Only a freshman. She knocks some significant time off here, and I'm sure she'll be a force in sectionals.
I can't wait to see her swim. Last year at Buckles. But again, great to see these kids do so well. We're getting ready to do the awards. They're getting together the next event, which will be the 4 free relay. Each swimmer's going to swim 100 yards freestyle for this event. I'm going to see if I can get a score update for you guys.
Awards for the 100-yard breaststroke.
Okay, so they're starting
to place with a time of 1:38.85 from Medley jacket, and 11th place with a time of 1:37.24 from Mcdonald, Georgia. In 10th place with a time of 1:36.89 for Marcus Whitman, Canada. In 9th place with a time of 1:30.74 for Medley jacket, Carissa. In 8th place with a time of 1:26.38 from Mcdonald, Kylie. In 7th place with a time of 1:25.16 for Marcus Whitman, Layla.
Well done.
In 6th place with a time of 1:24.71 for Medley's red jacket, Kyla. In 5th place with a time of 1:24.68 from Gandanda Wade, Julia. In 4th place with a time of 1:24.59 from Newark, Bria. In 3rd place with a time of
It's quite a jump for Bria.
From Paul Mack, Charlotte. And in 2nd place with a time of 1:18.48 from Medley's red jacket, Maggie. And your figure ladies champion with a time of 1:17.76 from Chicago Wade, Sydney Richards.
Today's meet that is not a Pelmax, but we're winning an event. Congratulations to Sydney and her team. All right. Update for you guys. First score. In 5th place right now, Marcus Whitman with 141. Newark stepped it up with a 142. 142 points. Then we have Ganana Wayne with 171. Ready for this? Mid-Lakes red jacket, 172.
Wow.
And then Pelmac with a 319. So these guys are just battling for these points. It is
People
hot.
who paid attention in other years, you might think that these
Our
team
next event
scores
is
are a little lower than what they were, but
relay.
that's because we
Relay
moved to
with
scoring
two
only
heats.
12 places instead of 16
And the
like
first
we
heat
have
is
other
lane
years.
1
Yes, because we're in a smaller pool.
lane
Yep.
1 Newark, lane 2 Medley, lane 3 Palmac, lane 4 Marcus Whitman, and then lane 5 Medley's red jacket.
All right, here we go. These are the B and C relays coming up right now. challenge here. In lane 3.
Yep.
Looks like now Midlake's over there in lane 5. Midlake's red jacket. Pushing ahead. There was actually diving. I forgot to say it. Diving. That was another one Mac did not win. So that was a Gananda Wayne. Congratulations.
113 now. 113.
Looks like Midlake's red jacket is in the lead in this heat.
Through 2 legs.
Coaches are making sure their athletes are safe on their relay exchanges. So we do not have any false starts. Make sure they got full well. Girls are getting ready right now for the final heat of this event, which is the final heat of the 400 free relay. Midlakes is continuing to be in the lead.
Getting ready for the final leg.
Yes. And Midlake's just final swim. This is our last event today. After we're done with these both heats, there will be some awards, presentation of the Coach of the Year, presentation of Swimmer of the Meet, and Senior Swimmer. There will also be the Team Award given.
There have been some individuals who've had disappointments today, but overall, a lot of success for individual and relay and teams, and just the attitude you got to be impressed by with.
That's right. There's sure determination here for these kids, and their coaches, and their parents. I mean, some double sessions. I know for Mac, they did 5-6 hour practices. I mean, they weren't swimming for that length of time, but they're long practices, late nights, parents driving back and forth, making sure their kids got what they do. And I know you can speak from this one. There's no eating like a swimmer that eat in season. These kids can eat. They're burning calories. So many calories, and they gotta be fueling. All right, so we have our first finisher, lane 5. Lane 5. Mid-Lakes red jacket.
They jumped out early in this race and held it throughout.
Actually, then the other Mid-Lakes red jacket team came second there, dropping some time. But the fourth, that time may not be of those exact swimmers. Here we have the final heat of the day. And the 400 free relay. Lane 1 is Newark, 2, Palmac, 3, Palmac, 4, Marcus Whitman, 5. Last year, Palmac won this. They have mixed it up. They don't have the same swimmers in there. Last year it was a little different.
No, I was just going to say, just a few weeks ago at the dual meet, Palmac set the pool record here.
Yep.
And so just nipped it, I think, by hundredths of a second or something like that, but they did set it. I don't know if that's a goal today.
I know it's a goal today. All right, that's any coach's goal.
We'll see if they can better what they did.
This is only preparing them for sectionals, because I know that this group of kids can possibly take down a very old Palmac record. I want to say it was set in either in 97 or 98, that 400 free relay. That's what their goal has been, and they have the ability to do so this year. This is going to set the scene for sectionals, how they do tonight.
And they've seen at the end of the pool, some of these girls getting out of the pool right now. It's the last time they might have done that for Palmac.
I know.
And for some, the end of the season. So.
It makes me sad. It makes me happy that they've had the opportunity to participate in sports.
Final heat, 400 freestyle relay. Take your mark.
All right, here we go. Let's get after it, girls. Right now, Palmac does come in this as the favorite with that time, but you never know. I don't know exactly which swimmers he had in that relay that they broke. Who knows? I'm sure Palmac, after the DQ and the 200, was talking to them, the girls, about being smart relay pickups. And notice some of the girls are wearing the tech suits. They're a little bit different makeup suit. They're meant for championship and big meets. Usually they'll save them for sections, but if there's some title on the line or something on the line for them, they're going to wear the tech suits for this one. And I gotta tell you, the technology behind these suits is incredible, and the price is incredible. I mean, these are the suits that can run you anywhere from $200 to $600. I'm pricing some out just to see if my swimmer was interested in them. And they are quite the hefty cost. And you typically don't wear them often. They really are pretty good. Best things just for a couple swims. It's kind of, I made the joke, it's kind of like a wedding. Costs about the same, if not, and just a little less. It's the same thing. But the kids hope for it.
We're finishing off the second leg for this.
All right. Now the girls are just about at a minute and under. Splits. Nice. Nice finish with Newark. Nice job. I did good. Off for Lawrence. I've watched Lawrence swim quite a bit for the club and just watched her swim over the years. It's not the best, but definitely brought it home.
Just did a 27.9.
Who did?
First 50, the third leg for Palmac.
Wow. All right. girls are after they get out, you'll see them just sitting here trying to catch their breath after they get out, but they got to be careful because they don't want their muscles to tighten up because that could happen. And you've got coaches and teammates cheering on their teams. Just as loud as I just thought. Dive. Look. They don't want to go so far down into the water. They want it to be quick, but not a deep dive. We're starting to be smart. Again, a nice one from Russ. Comment is coming in. 1 more 50 to go. Going nuts. I love it. The excitement of everybody. All of the athletes, the coaches. Oh, come on. We got to get it in there, Palmat. Nope. No, they definitely did not break the absolute record again, but they still had a good swim, 3:59.44. Their training is getting ready for sectionals right now. That's what they're focusing on. And rightfully so. Mac, unless there was a DQ, and they were probably being conservative. Because I'm going to guess that their coaches told them to be very conservative. Oh, nice swim. That's a second place finish for Newark. That's definitely a second place finish for Newark. And third for Newark. That's going to change some standings. Like lane 5 was 4.
Huh? Yeah. I just have to put the cart pads in the thing for the black.
All right, so remember, folks, that relays only score 1.
Next,
You're not going to
be
score 2.
announcing the results of the 400 freestyle relay, and then coach of the meet and swimmer of the meet. And the winner of the meet.
All right, folks, we'll be right back with some results. We're going to be doing the awards for the 400 free relay, and then we will be going through doing
some of the meet awards.
Yes, the meet awards. The swimmer of the meet, the senior, outstanding senior swimmer, and coach of the year.
Well, Jade, it's been quite a day, and I think girls have a lot to be proud of as they've...
Every single one of these kids do.
Yeah,
Whether you came in, last place, whether you came in first place, just being here.
And definitely there's some drama yet to play out. We have one of several...
We will be announcing the results of the 400 yard freestyle relay. As before, please will be sent to one swimmer up from the relay, and then the first place relay, everyone can come up.
Basically, we have
So in fifth place,
anyone.
with a time of 4:37:55, Mcdonald Wade, Natalie, Lillian, Georgia, and Hayden. In fourth place, with a time of 4:29:58, Medley Red Jacket, Cecilia, Elena, Olivia, and Nikki. In third place, with a time of 4:23:67, Marcus Whitman, Zoe, Riley, Layla, and Madison. In second place, with a time of 4:21:16, Amelina, Lauren, Emily, and Frida from Newark. And your champions of the 400-yard freestyle relay with a time of 3:59:44, Paul Mack, Angelina Trapp, Tessa Bay, Elizabeth Scher, and Charlotte Sampson.
Congratulations, Paul Mack. So we're going to have the results of the meet here shortly.
And the drama is really for places 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, which those teams have switched places some during the day and been very close.
So I kind of have thinking how close it's been. I mean, there's been flip-flopping and going back and forth, but I think we have our answers here soon. We're going to take a look and
again, we'll have the team scores. We'll have the senior of the year, the MVP or the
outstanding
swimmer of the
performer,
meet, and the coach of the year, all to be given out today. And then these teams, those who qualified for the sectionals, are going to be back in the pool on Monday.
Yes, they will.
And then
smiles on their faces too. So will the coaches.
2.5 weeks of practice before they're back to sectional preliminaries, and then those who finish in the top 60. And in the preliminaries will swim for Class C. It'll be on Friday, November 5th.
Yes.
Class B, I believe, is Saturday, perhaps?
I'm not 100% sure. But what's nice, what's different about this year than last year is last year it was a one and done. There was one. You didn't have prelims. You only had finals. That was it. It changed them. It changed the meet totally, and so now
we're back
to the old, the good way, the way that you have prelims, and then you have finals. So you have prelims, you get your time, you make that top 16 safely, and then you come back.
And they also have where if you make the top 8, so you're in the championship heat. You're assured of getting one of those 8 places, even if you get a faster time out of
That's right.
The supplemental heat at the end. But one way or another, again, great times today, great competition.
Lots of fun for the kids. I mean, you could see how much fun they've been having with each other. And it's back to what they're used to for the most part. I mean, with the exception of the masks and not being as close with each other as they have been here.
Swimming is one of those sports that's very individual, but it's also team-oriented as well. You have more time to cheer for or encourage teammates as opposed to being in the middle of your event. And so
it's comforting.
It's a great team sport as well. And
it's good for these kids. It's good for them.
The kids are just kind of with each team together now, waiting as we are for the final information.
And cheering, which is really nice.
What time do you think we're going to be back for time? I'll have Tessa text 3:20. Thank you.
So before everyone leaves and swimmers get changed, we have awards to present. And then the scores, because we have a limbo of who placed where. So we have 3 awards: the Finger Lakes League Coach of the Year, the George Miller Award, which is a swimmer/diver of the meet, and the Ross Nelson Award, the Senior of the Year.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to start with the George Miller Award, the swimmer and diver of the meet. was a dual winner in the 50 and the 100 freestyle, Danny Mcdonald.
Oh, Danny Mcdonald from Comac was the outstanding performer. This is a young lady that did not, I'm trying to get a picture here with Danny and her coaches. Because this is a big deal. Danny was a dancer for many years, and as a freshman decided it'd be a great idea to come up with. And it is definitely a great idea. She is the outstanding performer of the meet. That's a congratulations to Danny and her parents and her whole family. And Danny again swims off season. She is overjoyed right now.
Done.
Accomplishment.
So our 2021 Coach of the Year led his team to 9 event wins today, including 2 relays. This year's Coach of the Year goes to Chris Oakes from
Congratulations to Oakes. He really did make something happen.
A little flare never hurt anybody.
Sorry guys, Coach Oakes
Is a teacher, also a teacher at CalMac. He is a math teacher and a lot of different committees and other things that we have at CalMac.
Our last award is the Russ Nelson Award. This award is dedicated to the memory of longtime coach Russ Nelson, who exemplified the ideals of sportsmanship and fair play. The recipient of this award is an outstanding swimmer or diver embodying the qualities of sportsmanship, citizenship, and scholarship. This is determined by a vote of the league coaches. This year's recipient has been swimming for 5 years, has received first team all-league honors in the breaststroke, has been on the team with the highest GPA, so that's a Scholar Athlete Award, has been team captain, has been on high honor roll and a 9-time Scholar Athlete throughout her 5 years of athletics, is a class president of National Honor Society, and teaches swim lessons, softball lessons to youth, has been part of the Salvation Army with bell ringing, and volunteered with Special Olympics and Interact Club. The recipient of this year's Ross Nelson Award is Maggie Mahoney from Medley.
Great swim today. Maggie Mahoney was placed second in the 100 breaststroke. There you go, Maggie. Congratulations. That's quite an honor.
And for our close final score, in 5th place, Marcus Whitman with 165 points.
Marcus Whitman, 5th place, 165
in 4th place, Newark with 168 points.
168 in Newark, 4th place.
In 3rd place, Gananda with 191 points.
Gananda, 3rd place with 191.
Mid-Lakes Red Jacket in 2nd with 194 points.
Mid-Lakes Red Jacket, 194. Look at that separation, 3 points between those.
Finger Lakes League Invitational is CalMac with 351 points.
And CalMac wins. Congratulations to all the athletes, coaches, parents, families. There is nothing like that feeling of knowing that you've done something pretty awesome as a team.
What a day, and Jade, great to work with you again this year, and congratulations.
I hope we get to do this again next year. We didn't think this year we would get to do it because they're like, oh, everything will be back to normal, right?
And I hope people